It's game on. We now bring you another special sports presentation.
And a very pleasant. Are we on? I can't hear anything. There's no levels there. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Are we plugged in? There we go. What did you do? Okay. Yeah, because the volume's a little bit low. I think you not need. So you got us over all the way, and that's as far as it's going to go, huh? Okay. Well, we'll work on that as it goes along. That's better right there. A little bit whatever you did, just bring it a little bit more. Anyway, welcome to the 43rd Tony ANDENUCIO Memorial Baseball Tournament. It's Connie Mack Baseball. Now, what is Connie Mack Baseball? It's for youth 18, between like the ages of 18 and 20 or somewhere around there, mainly 18 years old. And we have an all-star team of Pueblo. Our best kids from all of the schools and a couple from the surrounding area form one team called Pueblo Azteca. Before that, it was Team Loaf and Jug. We have teams today. They're going to play the Woodward Travelers from Oklahoma. We got Burke Burnett from Texas. We've got great teams from up north, Cherry Creek with the legendary Coach Mark Johnson. A lot of guys that have played in this tournament have gone on to play Major League Baseball, Minor League Baseball, and it's just a lot of fun. The man who's going to call the game with me is my good friend, former reporter for the now-defunct practically Pueblo Chieftain, and a man who's working for the Rodeo Hall of Fame, and that is Tracy Winker. Tracy, it's always good to have you along.
Thanks, Tone, man. I appreciate it. We should have some good baseball action tonight. As you said, the Azteca have the best of the best in town and around the surrounding area, and the Nooch is a great tournament. I remember the last time I was covering the Nooch at the Chieftain, the last guy I wrote about that they had the Keys kid from Rye that got drafted high, and I know he didn't pan out the pitcher, but they had Brandon Nemo from Wyoming.
Yes.
I think he was Casper, Wyoming at the time. He got drafted 9. He's with the Mets. He signed that big contract this year. He just had that walk-off last night.
That's amazing.
Brandon Nemo, and I think he's the last guy from the Nooch that played here that's in the bigs. I mean, I'm sure there's guys that have got drafted, but that he's actually playing in the bigs. And, I mean, there's other guys that have gone on a bunch of pitchers and different things. But, yeah, this is an outstanding tournament. Historically, the Pueblo teams never had done really great. I know when they had Bonaquista and those guys.
They did last year. They made it to the championship game.
Right, but the one year, I think it's 83 that the Elks won with Bonaquista and all those guys and Alan Johnson and that South team that won state.
Yeah, that was way back in 1984. And, the first memory before we take our first break, and we'll give our sponsors plenty of mentions tonight, but the first thing I want to say is that my first experience here was way back in 1992. It was my first year at OKCSJ. My broadcast partner at that time, Dave Harrell, was Mr. Baseball himself, and he left me to do a 2-hour talk show all by myself, which I had never done before, because it came out the same Woodward team, which had Ryan Miner, who was outstanding infielder for the Baltimore Orioles at the time. So we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to kind of listen to some of our messages. Let's say the broadcast booth and online stream at Network One Sports is brought to you by Spectrum Community Services of Pueblo. Mr. Ted Hernandez and his team adding more to life in our community, of course. And we're going to give all of our sponsors a big special shout out, and we love having you here. Once again, it's the 43rd Tony ANDENUCIO Memorial Baseball Tournament from the ANDENUCIO Field. We'll be back with more of the pregame show after this on SoCoTicket.com. Hey, good folks. Once again, this is Tony Wright. Now, even though I changed locations, I still get my barbecue at Gigi's Barbecue, located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A. From their lip-smacking ribs, pulled pork to the juicy brisket, Gigi's has it all. Gigi offers a friendly, down-to-earth atmosphere to dine in, and they can also bring the food to you as well. Gigi's can cater from 30 people up to 300 or more. They were also voted Best Barbecue in Pueblo in 2015. So get your barbecue fix on today at Gigi's, located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A.
Proud to support area student athletes. Benefits Broker Insurance at 20 Club Manor Drive in Pueblo. The Benefits Broker team of agents has over 100 years of service in employee benefits and individual health care needs. Steve Shirley, Dave Vecchio, and the entire team prides themselves on the level of knowledge and service they bring to you, the client. Benefits Broker is your 24/7 resource for a variety of essential benefits-related information and with a proven dedication and commitment to excellence. Benefits Broker Insurance Pueblo in the Paycheck Dental Building and online at benefitsbroker.com.
For a life of comfort, convenience, and enjoyment, welcome to Azteca Apartments.
We provide luxurious apartments and quality living for seniors 62 years and over, or those with disabilities. Our facility is smoke-free and features beautiful balconies with scenic mountain views and 24/7 maintenance for your safety. Our income-based rent and free utilities make Azteca Apartments an affordable option for any budget. With our healthcare education and physical fitness activities and various entertainment venues, we provide the necessities for a fulfilling life. Due to our high-quality maintenance and energy program, we were recognized as the #1 property in Colorado by the Governor's Energy Office in 2011. Experience a better way to live at Azteca Apartments.
This program is brought to you in part by Spectrum Community Services, home and community-based services to persons with developmental disabilities. For more information, call 545-4057. Spectrum Community Services, adding more to life.
And welcome back to the Summer Baseball 2023 on SoCoTicket.com. Almost at high school, of course. That season ended 2 weeks ago, and the county had a great season. Went to the state tournament, didn't quite pull it off, but they won a game and were competitive in a couple of others. So congratulations to the Hornets and quite a few of those players here on the Pueblo Azteca. Before we start, go to another break, and we'll come back and set the starting lineups. Just want to say, Tracy, one thing that Dave Dudley, the former Pueblo County Central standout, multi-sport standout, who ran this field along with Charlie Manning for a long time, he said summer baseball is where kids find out if they really want to play the game. It's one thing in the spring, you start out in January with your drills and you lift your weights and everything. Then you get into those cold games in March and so forth. But, when you play this level of baseball here, you're not going up against a county or an East or some team from Colorado Springs or what have you. You're really playing against a top-notch competition every time you step there. And this is kind of really what separates, I don't want to say the men for the boys, but I call this the last summer of innocence for these kids, because after this, except with the exception of the juniors that'll be seniors next year, life will never be the same. They're going to go on. They're going to have the same triumphs and disappointments that we all face when we get adults. And it's really a special time in these young men's lives.
Well, with the ones that go on to college, and a lot of them will go on to college to play, it becomes a business.
Absolutely.
You have to buy in. It's a business. There's a lot of politics involved, but ultimately it's a business, and you have to have passion for it. The 5 a.m. practices, the weights, the fall season, the spring season, and they can pull your scholarship. They can, cut you from the team for no reason. It's a lot more. It's just a business, and you find out immediately even if JUCO, 4-year Division II, Division I, especially, you find out immediately. They weed out the fat.
Yes.
They purposely cut the fat. They want to find out who's dedicated, and some of it's unfair because there's politics involved. But it's ultimately you have to be full on in and wanting to play college baseball if that's your choice. If you
that's
don't,
a great point.
If you don't, then you need to just go to school and enjoy your life. Even at my nephew Brady Rink, he plays for Westmont. They won the national championship a couple weeks ago, and these are NAIA guys.
Yes.
And these guys are they're not Division I best, but
they're
a lot of
good.
A lot of those guys get drafted out of NAIA.
Absolutely.
And it's like, my God, this is NAIA, and then it's like, oh my gosh, it's incredible how good these players are, and they've gotten better because they play year-round all in that time. It's hurting pitching because of guys over-pitching and maybe getting Tommy John surgery when they're 18 years old. But guys that want to buy in and play baseball, you play for teams like this, traveling teams, if that's your mission. Because if you don't have the passion for it, it's expensive to play summer baseball.
Yes,
outside
sir.
of fundraisers and stuff. but you got to want to do it because it's not like the high school team where you might have a day off and you play a team that you can 10 run roll easily. That isn't usually the case when you go to these higher end tournaments, and that's why there's college scouts here. That's why people get recruited. I mean, there's a lot more invested in these bigger tournaments, and the Nooch has been one of the best ever for a long time.
Very well said. With that said, we're going to take another timeout. We'll come back with the starting lineups and get to the opening pitch. Once again, the opening night of the Nooch, or the opening day of the Nooch. The first game was 8 o'clock this morning. Of course, Hobbs Field under construction has some stuff going on with that, but they expect it to be completed sometime in August, and we'll have that back next year. Other games are being played up on the beautiful campus of Colorado State University, Pueblo. Once again, summer baseball, the 43rd annual Tony Andenuccio Memorial Baseball Tournament. We'll be back with the starting lineups right after this on SoCoTicket.com.
When selecting your insurance coverage, you want to work with an agent that takes the time to understand your needs and cares about meeting those needs. Deborah Marino is that agent at Pueblo Insurance, providing unbeatable service since 2009. She can help you find the protection you deserve at the price you can afford, specializing in home and auto insurance as well as other specialty insurance. They work one-on-one with each client to ensure that you receive the right policy to fit your situation. Pueblo Insurance, 1636 Highway 50 West, your local hometown insurance agent, next to East Coast Pizza. Phone 542-0948. You never know when disaster will strike. Serve Pro of Pueblo at 3130 Broadmoor Avenue are leaders in the fire and water cleanup and restorations industry. At Serve Pro of Pueblo, they understand your situation, and they're here to help make fire and water damage like it never happened. They can help return damaged areas and items to pre-loss condition.
Water damage strikes fast. Fire damage strikes fast. So do we. When you call the cleanup specialists at ServPro, like it never even happened.
To find out how ServPro Pueblo can help you, call Jack Drury and his staff at 544-7165. ServPro Pueblo.
Are you ready to stake your claim on the best grill in the neighborhood? Better head to Bounty and Yield Meat Market, 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard near Big Bear Wine and Liquor. The best burgers and steaks start with the best meats. Bounty and Yield Meat Market features all natural Colorado-grown beef, pork, chicken, buffalo, and elk. No hormones, no antibiotics. From farm to table, Bounty and Yield. Your all-natural, all-local meat and grocery source. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m., 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard. For weekly specials and meat packages, you never have to leave town. Quality meats, Pueblo's Bounty and Yield.
Angeles Chapel Funeral Directors has been providing Pueblo and Colorado Springs communities with the same service they have provided their own family for many, many years. To treat every woman as if she were our mother or sister, every man as if he were our father or brother. Angeles Chapel Funeral Directors continues to provide caring and compassionate service with dignity and respect. And remember, when you lose someone you love, call someone that you can trust. Angeles Chapel Funeral Directors. Online at angeluspueblo.com. The Topper Factory and RV Center of Pueblo is a family-owned and operated RV dealership and truck accessory store, serving the southern Colorado area for over 30 years. They also have an array of truck accessories, RV parts and accessories, and a certified RV mechanic to keep you on the RV road. Topper Factory is always prepared to help you with your RV needs, no matter what the season. It's like they always say, when the going gets tough, the tough go camping. Topper Factory and RV Center, Highway 50 West Pueblo, and online at topperfactory.com.
Welcome back to Tony Andenuccio Baseball Field here in the 43rd Andenuccio Memorial Baseball Tournament. And once again, this broadcast booth is brought to you by Spectrum Community Services of Pueblo. A pregame show also brought to you by Gigi's Barbecue and Catering, located on 1600 Highway 50 West, offering delicious smoked meats and more by the pound or the plate. For special events, ask about their catering. Gigi Barbecue and Catering. Check them out. Lonnie and Carl Ellie, father and son, some of the best barbecue in town. Also, they have smoked prime rib tomorrow and Saturday, so get out there for some of that as well. Well, we're just waiting for the teams to take the field, and with that said, let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Azteca Blue, there's an Azteca Blue, which is the 18-year-old team, and the Azteca White, I believe, which are 16 years old or something like that. Well, let's look at the starting lineup for the Azteca Blue. Mike Casillas playing left field today, the Pueblo East standout. He'll be the leadoff hitter. Batting number 2 in the order is Easy Rojas. He's number 16, and he'll play shortstop. Tyler Clements, the pitcher today for the Azteca, and he wears number 15. Catching is Jason Ariola, number 14. Number 10 is Andrew Plute. He's the one of the guy that shut County down this year, and the only guy that really did it. He's a terrific athlete from Pueblo West High School. He's playing second base. The County standout, Roy Higginbotham, is going to be the let's see. He's the what position is Higginbotham again? I got it mixed up here. I think he's going to be the catcher, actually.
First base.
First baseman. Okay, he's over number 3. Sloppy writing on my part. He's number 7. Batting 7 in the order will be Colton Calderon. He's a center fielder, and actually his number's 8, and he'll be the third baseman today. Also, Donovan Robinson, number 5, he'll be the center fielder. And the number 9 hitter will be Braxton Bell. He is a left hip fielder, and he wears number 9 in the blue, red, white, and blue Azteca uniform. Let's look at the Woodward Travelers. I talked to their acting head coach, Coach McCracken. Mark Ward is watching his son play. He's a member standout for the Oral Roberts University team.
Really?
And they're in the Super Regional, so he's not here tonight.
They're in the College World Series.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Starts tomorrow.
Yes, sir. So leadoff will be Jake Peeler. He's going to be the pitcher as well. Batting number 2 will be Cam Pruitt, number 20. He is a left fielder. Center fielding, batting in the 3 position is Ethan Moore. Let's see, the first baseman will be Sion Taveros. He's number 32. Bumgardner, I didn't get his first name. We'll get him in just a minute. He's going to be the third baseman, number 6. Clem Connor is going to be number 17. He'll be the left fielder. Cade Clem, number 4. He's going to be the shortstop. Jason Nesbitt, the catcher, is number 12. And batting in the 9-hole order will be Brody Turbush, and he's going to be the second baseman for the Woodward Travelers. Pueblo Azteca coming into this game with a record of 6-2. Again, they'll be playing some of the best talent. This is the real baseball right here. And how about the weather? We haven't had that 100 degrees, that blistering hot. It has been wonderfully cool, great sleeping weather. And we're kind of chilly tonight, actually, for June. Probably in about the 60s, but that's okay with me.
Yeah, it's almost like being in Seattle. It's rained so much. It's been, like, real light, and the temperature's usually around the 90s in Pueblo at this time. And it hasn't been the 90s yet. I don't even know that it's barely cracked the 80s in the last couple of weeks. A lot of rain. It's great for the grass.
It's green, though.
Everything looks green. And great for the farmers. Great for rain does a lot of great things.
And great for the weeds, too.
Yeah, except when it floods or causes weeds in your house or your yard or around your house. But, yeah, this should be an exciting game. I didn't know that about Mark Ward. They've been involved with this since the inception.
Absolutely.
The ANDENUCIO.
His dad was a head coach.
Yeah, his dad was, and then it went to Mark. And Oral Roberts is that university. My son Ty played there in a baseball tournament.
Okay.
It's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. They have a beautiful complex there. But I would never confuse them with being in the College World Series. They upset some teams, and then they went to the College World Series this year for the first time ever. So what an exciting time for the Mark to be able to be there to watch his son play. I don't blame him for missing. That's a once-in-a-lifetime situation.
Super Regionals. Man, the softball, the NCAA softball Division I tournament just wrapped up. What a team Oklahoma had, huh? They captured the hearts. That has really grown on ESPN. And the Denver Nuggets just won a world championship. And you know what? The Colorado Rockies aren't as bad as I thought. They're not good, but they're not just horrible. Took 2 out of 3 from Boston, and they're about 8 games below 500. But I thought it would be one of the just awful, disastrous 104 losing seasons. They might actually avoid losing 100 games this year.
They have young talent. It's just pitching. They do have some talent. There's a lot of injuries. And I thought Vegas picked them at like 62 wins this year.
Yeah, I think they'll surpass that.
That means you go 100 losses. So.
And, you know, maybe with the Avalanche winning the championship last year and the Nuggets winning it, some of that will rub off on them with better play. So we're just about set for action. The Pueblo Azteca. And they were in white pants with the blue jerseys trimmed in white and red with the white hats with the red, white, and with the Azteca logo on it. Woodward Traveler in red and blue uniforms. Looks a lot like CSU Pueblo's uniforms there. So a lot of red, white, and blue on both teams. Azteca in the blue jerseys and team from Oklahoma in the red jerseys. And we're just about set for action. What's going to be a beautiful night for baseball. As Brian Falsetto, our PA announcer, does a great game. I've known Brian for about 50 years. And you know what? He's as good as they come. One of the best human beings I've ever met. He's a proud father, and he's a good father. I think he's a good father anyway. I'm just messing. Hey, thank you so much, Brian. I love you, man. A former Centennial standout.
Yeah.
Number 24, that wide receiver. He wasn't afraid to go across the middle either, you know. Of course, playing for Brockman, you couldn't be afraid.
Yeah, Brockman, if you were afraid with Brockman, you didn't play for the Bulldogs.
I know that's right, man. All right, man, we're just waiting for the pitcher to take his last tosses. We don't know much about the Azteca. We know they're 6-2. And from reading what I read in our local newspaper, this year's team has a chance to be better than last year's team. How you doing? All right, brother, come on. You know what? To get in this press box, you know what the requirement is? You have a pulse.
A pulse.
All right. So Woodward's going to lead off. Jake Peeler, the starting pitcher, the leadoff hitter. Darkness starting to take hold, and with all the rain and the cool weather, just lush green everywhere. Even in the summertime when it gets real hot, Pueblo has a tendency to be kind of drab and brown, but it's a greenery all over here.
Yeah, it's been raining for like a month. It's kind of been crazy. But Clements, I believe this is the California kid. I believe he's got some ties to California. Check into this right now.
So
yeah, he's for Chandler, Arizona. I believe he's signed to play with CSU Pueblo.
Okay,
so he's playing with the Azteca this summer before he stays this fall and goes to
CSUP. So to count 1-1 strike, Jake Peeler, thanks for the insight on the pitcher here for CSU Pueblo. I remember he played for this team last year, if I'm not mistaken. And that was a foul tip right there. We do have audio and video tonight.
I appreciate those white numbers. That's a gift from God.
You got that right, man.
Usually, let's do blue on blue.
Yeah, like they do in football. That drives me crazy.
You can't see any numbers.
So that pitch was outside, so now they count 2 balls and 2 strikes. SoCoTicket.com, that looks like a strike, and it is a strike. Beautiful pitch right there.
It's a slider. Peeler didn't even flinch, like he didn't even catch it. And it looked like it might have been a little in. I mean, it was close to a strike. He gets the strike on first batter of the game to give the first out of the game for the Azteca.
So Cameron Pruitt up to bat as that one pitch misses outside. Just want to say the starting lineups were brought to you by Topper Factory and RV Center, 2010 Highway 50 West in Pueblo. Online at topperfactory.com. And remember, when the going gets tough, the tough go camping. So the count 2-0 right now. Once again, the batter is Cameron Pruitt. Swing and a miss right there.
Clemens is throwing mid-80s. I can just tell by the way it's popping the glove. I bet he's throwing at least 85, 86.
Yeah. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fast but straight gas right there.
He's got some giddy up on his fastball.
Yes, he does.
He's throwing probably at least mid-80s, if not a little harder.
And there's a waste of a pitch a little bit. Misses outside. Now the count rises full at 3-2.
Well, I would imagine they think that this is their ace, the Azteca, the opening game of the tournament.
Absolutely.
I imagine you want to go 1-0.
Yep.
Right? And then
he lost him after he battled back, talking about Cameron Pruitt. So he reaches first base on a walk now to bring up Ethan Moore. And just want to say to all of you good folks, thanks there for tuning in. What a season we've had at SoCo Ticket.
Yeah, more to come, too, I'm
Absolutely.
Sure.
Now, if you're just listening and no audio, we are on Network One Sports. Never forget that. Sometimes our camera might buffer a little bit here and there, but we're always on audios. We don't want you to miss any part of the game. As the first pitch rides high and tight to Ethan Moore to count 1 ball and no strikes to him.
I thought that was your nickname, Tony via satellite, so it just always coming a little late.
That's right, man. There's the right time, but then there's the right time. So there's a stolen base there from Cam Pruitt, uncontested. So now with 1 away, that takes away the chance of a double play.
The weird thing is he looks like he has good stuff. I mean, it's the first time I've seen Clements, but it's almost like
it's opening night, too, of the tournament.
I think he's a little amped up, and I think he's trying to paint the corners a little bit, like, because he's throwing hard.
2-0 pitch misses outside, 3-0 the count. Remember this Azteca team went to the championship game last year before falling to a team from California. Get their name in a minute. I don't know if they're here this year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I think that team from California, they had a guy on his way to Utah and they threw it in the championship game.
Victus Recruits is who that was. Coached by Eddie Williams, that former CSU Pueblo
That's
catcher.
right. So that pitch in there for a strike. Now the count 3-1. Once again, a batter is Ethan Moore. Just underway, 1 out, 1 man on second base. Strike. Umpire a little bit deliberate there, and that makes the count full of 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Just make him swing the bat early. I wonder if he'll try to go to the slider here. He had a nasty slider and striking out Peeler, the first batter of the game.
The 3-2 pitch. Missed him.
It looked like he tried to throw some kind of slurve. It didn't slurve. It didn't break.
It broke, yep.
It broke super late.
Want to say again, they made me not remember the Pueblo Softball Hall of Fame Committee, and we had our recent inductees 2 weeks ago, and it was an incredible time. And one of our sponsors, let's see. We'll get to it in a minute here.
Got first and second here with one out.
Angelus Chapel Funeral Directors.
Yeah.
There's a strike right there at count 0-1. They got a special award for just their sponsorships as they've given so many years, as a contributor. Vic Soto went in. A lot of great baseball players here.
This is Ontiveros. This is a grown man here, 32.
Yes, it is. He looks like he can swing it. So
he's
that
about,
pitch,
about 6'3", about 250 probably.
Cy Ontiveros.
That bat looks like a toothpick.
He is their lead. He's their cleanup hitter with men on first and second. He calls timeout. Not a good start for the starting pitcher of CSU Pueblo.
He's just had some command issues. I mean, obviously he's probably on a 100-pitch count, I'm sure, but just command issues early.
And that's a wild pitch that misses outside, missed everything.
I think he's just too amped up, honestly. He just looks like he's over-gripping and overthrowing a little bit.
Well, I talked to Coach Gavin Dillon. He said he wants his guys to relax because they were so amped up before the game, And, they had the big bash last night where there's over 1,000 people out here and the hot dogs. And, these kids growing up listening to a lot of stories. And, like you said, he wants them to just approach it like they do any other baseball game. And now the team has Azteca in some early trouble. There's a pitch in there for a strike. Now the count even up at 2-2 to Cy Ontiveros.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually more pressure when you play at your home tournament than on the road because everybody's here, mom, dad, cousin, whatever. It's just a lot more pressure involved.
Here's a 1-out, 2-2 pitch. Strike, got him. Big strikeout right there. That was a brilliant pitch.
That was a slider. It was a little up, but it broke late into the strike zone.
Yep.
Give him credit. You got to have confidence in yourself to throw that pitch with runners on second and third, be able to throw that slider on a 2-2 count.
So that'll bring up Logan Bumgarner up to bat.
See if he can get out of this.
Batting then in the number 5 order. Swinging and miss at a fastball there. That has some cheese on it. 0-1 to count.
Yeah, he's throwing it. There's no question. He's gassing.
Talked about the keys of the game in just a moment from the head coach of Team Azteca, Pueblo Azteca, I should say. The 0-1 pitch, swinging and miss right there. Count quickly goes 0-2 to Logan Bumgarner.
I'm guessing he's going to throw that slider again. He's been living on that slider for strikeouts.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That one's popped up and out of play. Real quickly, just want to say the keys to the game brought to you by Park West Dental and Vision. Exceptionally kind and great with kids. See them just off Pueblo Boulevard, online at youthdentalvision.com. So no balls and 2 strikes. Runners at second and third. Top half of the first inning. Swing and a miss. Down he goes.
Bringing some gas.
Yes, sir. So 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. And we go to the bottom half of the second inning with no score. That'll be the Pueblo Azteca half of the bottom half of the first inning. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back after this. Summer Baseball, the Nooch on SoCoTicket.com.
Think about how good it feels when people really get you, like the friends who come over when a big game is on. The neighbors next door always bring your favorite buffalo dip. Your in-laws know you need silence during clutch plays, and everyone knows about your special post-win fist bump. It's kind of like having a State Farm agent like Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo. Melissa's here to get to know you and understand your life, so she can make it easy for you to protect what's important. Get an agent that gets you and your fist bumps. Call State Farm agent Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo, 543-7091, or melissa@melissadangelo.com.
Congratulations, Pueblo County High School seniors. Hope you enjoyed your breakfast burritos from Romero's Cafe and Catering. Awarded Most Creative Pueblo Green Chili Recipe 2023 and a 2-time world champion green chili winner. So if you really like green chili, come see Mr. Chili and Blend at Romero's Cafe and Catering, 1323 Santa Fe Drive, Pueblo, Colorado. Just call 54-CHILI.
Having a healthy smile begins and ends with regular dental checkups. It's the key, and that's exactly what every family can expect from Park West Dental. Parents are always welcome in the treatment areas to comfort their child. We accept Medicaid and most insurances with little or no cost to you. Park West, trusted dental and vision care for infants, children, and teens. Immediate appointments available. Call 544-3054. Online, visit youthdentalvision.com.
Welcome back to the 43rd Annual Tony Andenuccio Memorial Baseball Tournament. Our own team, the Pueblo Azteca, coming up to bat for the first time in the bottom half of the first inning. We play 7 innings in Connie Mack baseball. Mike Casillas, a Pueblo East standout, will lead things off. He had quite a season on East, kind of uneven. I think they were hoping for a better season. It just didn't happen. I don't know why. But that first pitch high and upstairs has Peeler, the starting pitcher for Woodward. So 1 ball and no strikes. There's a nice fastball there. Just swung on and missed by Casillas, so the count even up in a ball and a strike. It's just not the same without Hobbs Field in action this year, huh?
Hobbs is just such a different view. The game's a different view.
We won't be able to see the lake anymore when we go back up there. That pitch misses outside, 2-1 to count.
They dig out the dead bodies to put concrete out there?
I'm sure there's so I won't say any dead bodies. There's some there that you never know what's up in that concrete there. Man, you said that, not me. Here's a high chopper, and that's going to be a base hit to left field. So on a 1-1 pitch, Mike Casillas is going to stab for second, and he's in there. Great leadoff action from Mike Casillas. Again, as I just stated, the former Pueblo East standout, a leadoff double. Now to bring up Easy Rojas.
Yeah, he's a California guy, I believe. He's one of the other out-of-state guys, CSU Pueblo guy.
I'm telling you, man, we'll talk about baseball in Pueblo, but it's strong. It's strong right now. A lot stronger, I think, than our other sports are, you know.
Yeah, there's always been good baseball here. The crazy thing about Pueblo is that as good as the baseball has been forever, is they really hasn't had that many guys drafted to play in the major league.
No, that's not. No, we haven't.
Or even play in the major league.
You know, the late Ken Ramos had a cup of coffee with Houston in my time here, you know.
Yeah, and I think he was the last one.
I think so, too.
And that was, what, late 90s, early 2000s?
Yeah, in the early, absolutely, late, summer, yeah, right, that's about right. So there's a pitch outside. The count, I believe, is 2 balls and no strikes. That one's fouled off. Now to count 2-1.
Came in with some heat on the hands.
Yep.
That's Pillar. He's kind of thin, kind of a lanky right-hander. He's a leadoff hitter. He struck out batting. He's coming back on the mound to start the bottom of the first here. Casillas welcome him with a double down the line, the third baseline.
Here's the pitch. That one misses outside and gets away. A wild pitch, and a runner's going to scoot down to third base. That, of course, Mike Casillas. So the count now 3 balls and a strike. Azteca, Pueblo Azteca, a chance to get some good action here in the bottom half of the first inning. Team has high aspirations of this tournament, which has been dominated by a number of teams. Other than them, the only time this team won it was the year 1984.
No, they actually won it twice, it said in that program. The last time was 84.
Oh, they won it before then. No, I misspoke. I apologize for that.
Because I thought Post 203 won it 1 year, too. The other Pueblo team they had years ago.
On the 3-1 pitch, gets away, and that's going to put him on base. Easy Rojas.
I'm assuming he's going to still second. I don't know why.
Some of the new players that played in the majors, Luke Holchaver for Cherry Creek, Brad Lidge, Darnell McDonald, Paul Canerco from Phoenix, Ryan Miner from Woodward, Shane Andrews, Mickey Tettleton. That's some good. Those are some big good names right there.
They have Nemo in there? I bet they left out Brandon Nemo.
I'm sure. Okay.
I'll have to look. He was the most recent one I remember. That he plays outfield for the Mets.
Darnell McDonald was a great athlete.
Yeah, I covered.
He was a great running back, man, at Cherry Creek. He could have been a pro, I think. He had a full ride to Texas and chose baseball.
He got drafted like 9 overall.
Yes, he did. Ended up, I believe, his last team was the Red Sox. So here's a swing and a miss, and this one's fouled off as the batter now is Tyler Clements for the Azteca Blue.
And I meant to ask, I should have asked someone, Creek's not here this year for the first time in ages. Creek isn't at this tournament. They've won 9 times, the most out of any team here, but I don't know what happened, but they're not here this year. I know they said they replaced a couple teams, and one of them was Creek because Mark Johnson brought his team. And maybe Mark Johnson's not coaching them anymore.
Yeah, he's getting up there a little bit.
He's been there for like 40 years.
Times change, man, but they're going to always find teams for this tournament, though.
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, it's not a lack of talent. It's just Creek wasn't here.
Yeah, they were one of the true mainstays.
And Woodward has been, I think, in every one.
Absolutely. There's another wild pitch, and that's going to score an error on the pitcher.
So they're going to score Casillas, and then Rojas is going to go all the way to third. But why are you worried about him? It just drives me crazy.
I don't know.
It's too early in the game to be thrown over there 3 or 4 times. If he's still second, he's still second. If you throw it away, he scores, and then the guy's on third.
So on E1, on a bad toss over to third base, So Mike Casillas scores.
Yeah, and Rojas goes all the way.
Rojas
from
goes
first
all
to
the way from first to third, and only one out. And the count 0-1 here to Tyler Clemens. Here's the pitch. Outside, and he gets away again, and that run's going to score. So without a hit, Pueblo Azteca Blue leads now by a score of 2-0.
Scores on the wild pitch. Clements is up. He's got to be smiling about that. You get a pitcher a lead. It's our 2-0 early.
Yeah.
This Peeler looks like he's a little erratic. I imagine they're just amped up.
Well, I talked to their coach. He said this team isn't as strong as they've had in the past, you know.
Maybe
here's a swing and a miss.
Some of these guys are younger.
But it's still early in the game. We'll see what happens. Clemens swings, misses on that one. So now the count 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, he's having some location problems too.
Now the count misses that one to count up 2-2. Here's one that's reached on a fouled away. And you never want to park your car on the front row of that right next to the ballpark here. You could have a damaged windshield. You know, dumb me. How come nobody's parking there? It's real close. Oh, well, I looked at the fence. Yep.
Must be in the front row.
Whoa, there's a buzz back right there and another walk.
Yeah, he's having some command issues as Peeler. It looks like the interim coach is going to go out to the mound here, Tony.
So 2 walks.
So 2 walks and a double.
And a double and 2 errors. And now we're going to have a conversation on the mound. And with that said, just want to say, once again, talking to Coach Gavin, he wants his kids to have fun, limit the mistakes, and hit the ball with some contact. And those are our keys to the game. Once again, brought to you by Park West Dental and Vision. Truly exceptionally kind and great with kids. See them just off Pueblo Boulevard online at youthdentalvision.com. Starting lineups, as I mentioned, brought to you by Topper Factory as well. And just want to thank all of our sponsors once again, for making all this possible. We thank you so much. Without you, this would not be possible. Also, a special shout out to Chelsea Lynn, raising a beautiful family. She comes out faithfully and runs our technical side of things and does a splendid job. And I also got to give a shout out to Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors, located at 1101 East Evans, providing caring and compassionate service to Southern Colorado. Proud to support local student activities. Remember, when you lose someone you love, call someone you can trust. There's a throw over to first base. Angela's Chapel online at angelaschapel.com.
I just don't know why the urgency to keep throwing over there.
So the full count, 3-2, runner at first. There's another throw over there. They almost got him that time.
Yeah, they don't have
Tyler Clemens.
Excuse me, Tim. They don't even have Nemo listed in there.
Yeah.
And he's the last guy, and he's starting for the Mets.
Yeah. Here's one that missed inside.
Hochevar was the real deal, too, Luke. He was such a good guy. He had that one great year as a setup guy when the Royals went to the
Royals won it back in, I believe it was 2015. Absolutely.
Yeah, he was legit. Nicest guy ever, too.
Yeah, well, you know, his dad and mom demanded it, man. You know what? His dad, Brian Hochevar, and who's obviously done some great things with his kids and coaching, and Joe Panunzio, I think he's with Philadelphia Eagles now. They were among the first 2 Pueblo people that befriended me. And the first person from Pueblo when I went to college that ever invited me to their house to eat was a Panunzio family.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm still great friends with them all.
That's great.
And they keep me updated on Joe. He's been all over the place. Said he's a strong man because he worked for Nick Saban, you know, all those years at Alabama. So the count, is that the count 2-0?
Yes.
Okay.
Working for the football factory that is Alabama.
Jason Arriola up to bat for Azteca. That one's in there, 4 strikes, another count 2-1.
This could be open the floodgates inning here. They got a lot of things going for them.
Still no outs.
Yeah, no outs. We're on batter, 4? Cleanup guy? This is crazy.
Pitch. Lost him. There's a walk right there. 3-1 was the count. So Clemens will move over to second base. Arriola gets there on a walk. So we've had 2 walks in the innings and 2 errors and a double. And no out still as a courtesy runner comes in the game.
Yeah, Arriola's the California guy. the Norco, California. He's a CSU Pueblo guy, too.
Okay.
So they got those 3 CSU Pueblo guys in the lineup.
So Bobby Applegate's starting to put his stamp on the program. So 2-0, still no outs. Here's a pitch that misses right there. Is up to bat now is Andrew Plute, the former Pueblo West standout.
Yeah, he got SCL Player of the Year.
And deservedly so.
Where's he going to college?
I don't know. I got to ask.
They said he was going to college, but I didn't know where.
There's a strike.
I know Braxton Vell, who will be batting later, he's going to Trinidad State.
Yeah.
Mesa?
Is Andrew Plute's dad Don Plute?
Oh, he's going to Mesa.
Mesa Community. Is his dad Don Plute? Okay, here's a high fly ball to right field, and that's going to drift fouling out of play.
You're talking Mesa in Arizona? Yes. Wow, that's legit. That's a factory for ASU. That's literally a baseball factory for ASU. Good for him.
So a ball and 2 strikes, 2-0, still no outs in the bottom of the inning, the first inning.
Yeah, there's all kinds of traffic and problems. That hit him.
That hit him.
That hit him right in the left.
Not so good.
Hit him in the left arm. Man, this isn't.
So that'll load the bases. You got Clements at third. Ariola moves a second, and on the hit batsman, that'll move Pluto over to first, and that'll bring up Roy Higginbotham, a Pueblo County standout. And not so good. And Woodward just looks like a shell of the team they used to be, but they look kind of young, too.
They say they look young.
They look really young.
The more I start looking at them, they look pretty young.
They look very young.
You could open the game up right here.
Yes, you can.
Get a base hit. You're going to score a couple.
See if Higginbotham, what he does.
Peeler's just
pitch in there for a strike.
Just had a lot of command problems.
Higginbotham, remember that county team that finished the season with a record of 20-5. Advanced all the way to the state tournament.
They were at the grade 8 and won a game.
Yep. Won their regional, man. They did a nice job. It's hard to win up there. That pitch misses outside. Now the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Still nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Hey, man, you don't have to whisper over there. Ain't no whispering in this booth. That pitch misses out there. Now the count is 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss.
Swung through a fastball.
Yep, just rear back and throw, and if they hit it, they hit it.
Well, at this point, you just got to throw whatever you think your best pitch is.
Absolutely. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big pitch coming here. Woodward trying not to let this get out of control earlier, and that one just misses outside. Now the count 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Tried to frame that. It was just out. He was just a little out. You could see it off the throat coming out of his hand.
The 3-2 pitch. There's a ground ball, and that will be fielded by the second baseman. Throws over to first in time, but another run scores as those errors come back to, and wild pitches come back to bite Woodward. As Clements comes home, Ariola moves over to second base, and that is a first out on a 4-3 for Higginbotham, and Plute moves over to second base. And that'll bring up the third baseman, number 8, Colton Calderon for the Pueblo Azteca Blue.
He's a Central kid, I believe. Calderon's a Central guy. See if he can.
Thought they would be better this year. Just didn't work out.
Thought they had that freshman pitcher that was really good. Remember that one year? Did he not pitch? I can't remember that kid's name. He was like a freshman or sophomore. I don't think it was this guy. Maybe it was.
So the count was 0-1 to Calderon. That first pitch missed. That one's in there for a strike. Now the count 0-2.
I don't know if he thought that was low. He gave up on the pitch early.
The 0-2 pitch misses upstairs. A wild pitch at that, and that's going to score another run.
Yeah, this kid can't buy a break, Peeler.
So Ariola comes home.
Make it 4-0.
Plute moves over to, makes it absolutely 4-0. Plute moves over to third.
And they still only have, well, they have 1 out, right? Yeah, there's 1 out.
Yeah, 1 out. Higginbotham just grounded out on that 4-3. So a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a ground ball. That's going to be fielded. And the boots is booted by the shortstop, and that's going to score another run.
Yeah, that's an
you got to help your pitcher out.
Yeah, that's not on
He's
Peeler.
been struggling, man. The shortstop just let it go right through his legs right there. And that's most unfortunate for Cade Clem from the Woodward Travelers team. So now the count 5-0 on just one hit.
Fielder number 5, Donovan Robinson.
So that's an E6 right there. Now Donovan Robinson batting 8 in the order will come up to bat. And that pitch misses upstairs and gets past the catcher's mitt. Now to move Calderon over to second base.
Peeler's going to spend a few minutes in Mr. Robinson's neighborhood.
3 errors so far in this inning. That's what I have. So 5-0.
Yeah, this has gotten ugly for Woodward, unfortunately. This is a storied
Pitch misses
program
upstairs,
that's been coming here for years, and they just look young. And when you have young guys playing against an older team, this Azteca team is senior dominated for the most part. At least this lineup tonight is. I mean, you got 19-year-old kids versus 16, 17-year-old kids.
Pitch misses out. No, they call that one a strike. Donovan Robinson once again a batter, so the count now 1 ball and 1 strike and 1 out. Runner at second base. Swing and a miss, 1-2 the count.
I don't know what he thought he was going to do with that pitch. It was way up, and it handcuffed him and just got past him. See if he can get a base hit here. You could blow this game open huge if you get a base hit here.
Thanks, JJ, for the kind words. Looks good, sounds great. The 1-2 pitch, got him. Caught him looking right there, and that's a much needed strikeout for Robinson. That's out number 2. Now to be the man batting in the 9-hole. A man on his way to Trinidad State University, and that is Braxton Bell, the former Pueblo County standout, who pitched the only victory in the regional tournament in the grade 8 for the Hornets. Now he's about to move on to a whole different level. He's got all the tools to be great.
Yeah, I didn't realize when I did that interview with him for SoCoTicket.com about 3 weeks ago, I didn't know Scott Ellerton was like his personal pitching coach.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, you get a major league guy, and Scott's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet and talk to. You get a guy like that just even if you just absorb what he's telling you, I mean, you're going to be a better pitcher.
You got that right, and it happened this season. So.
And look at that. Like I said, they got to the 8. They got had a chance.
Yeah, he had a no-hitter.
Yeah, had a chance.
And a one-hitter against Pueblo West, and they lost 4-0. So 1-0 the count to Vail. Runner at third base. 5-0 is the lead.
That pitch was low.
That one's low to count 2-0.
Yeah, Vell's got an open stance, the lefty. He's got good pop on his bat, though.
That one looks like a strike, and it is one. Vail looking all the way.
Yeah, it's good to take a pitch, though. 3-1. You no need to be up there swinging away. I mean, he didn't go. It's ball 4. I say he didn't. He was close.
So it's 3-1 to count. Now he's on the first base with a walk.
I think they're going to pull Peeler here. The acting coach is coming out.
He's just not. He just doesn't have it tonight. He looks totally bewildered. Kid up here, and it's probably this cool for these kids. They're down in Oklahoma where it's 98 degrees and 90% humidity, you know.
They just had a
probably like winter weather up here. The way it is.
Elks Rodeo, Woodward, Oklahoma, in the Elks Rodeo last weekend there. One of our big rodeos in the PRCA.
Let's take a timeout, Mr. Rodeo. We'll talk some rodeo. We'll talk baseball, anything you want to talk about. As we have a pitching change, we'll tell you all about it when we come back. Not a good inning for Woodward, but Pueblo Azteca will take it in the bottom of the first with 2 outs. They lead by a score of 5-0. We'll be back with more summer baseball 2023 after this on SoCoTicket.com.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. I mean, who's going to stop us?
But, sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
Price is one thing. Taste is another.
And right now, try Little Caesars Pizza topped with Millburger Farms Pueblo chili. Locations in Pueblo and Pueblo West to serve you. Little Caesars Pizza, big on taste, thin on price. Now serving Millburger Farms Pueblo chili, Little Caesars Pizza.
Here's where your shape takes shape. Reps Union Avenue Sports Complex. Reps is Pueblo's premier fitness center and training complex, state-of-the-art, with huge workout areas, top-of-the-line equipment, and nationally accredited trainers and instructors. You're part of the most modern fitness complex in southern Colorado. Reps has over 21,000 square feet of workout space, including cardio machines, free weights, steam, sauna, large locker room. Take the tour at 110 South Union Avenue. Go online to repsetgo.com. Proud to support high school athletics.
This program is brought to you in part by Spectrum Community Services, home and community-based services to persons with developmental disabilities. For more information, call 545-4057. Spectrum Community Services, adding more to life.
Will you bring us back for a change?
Welcome back. I'm Tracy Rink, joined by Tony Wright here at ANDENUCIO Field in the
Making me do all the work.
Tony ANDENUCIO Memorial Tournament. The Azteca, first game of the Nooch tournament, up 5-0 in the bottom of the first. It's kind of been a train wreck for Woodward pitching-wise. Peeler was the first guy. Jake Peeler went out there, and he just didn't have any command. And 2 outs in the inning, 5 runs have scored. See if Azteca can add to that total right now.
So 5-0 is once again back up to bat as Mike Casillas.
So this is
he lines one foul down the third base line, 0-1 to count.
Batter 10 because
Yep.
he was the leadoff hitter.
Got that double.
Yeah, he got things rolling, and then after that it was just errors and walks, honestly, that spelled doom for Peeler. This could be a short night, as Tony was saying earlier.
But you never know as well. Here's a pitch.
That pitch looked like
That
it was
one,
close.
it was close, but it missed outside. So now the count even up on the ball and the strike in the second at bat in the bottom half of the first inning for Mike Casillas. His dad is a wonderful human being, raising a bunch of great kids.
Yeah, this pitcher.
That's one thing I like about this town. People like to dog Pueblo, man, but you know, there's some great families here to pass on their not just athletics, man, but their knowledge of life and everything down to their kids, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's in one in there for a strike. Now the count even up at 2-2. Look at you. Your man sitting right next to me. Had a daughter who's a standout baseball and one baseball player. One thing, and Brian will probably do the same with his kids, falsetto. I always say this about Pueblo. The fathers that didn't have any sons, they teach their girls how to play ball. Am I right?
How to play softball.
That's right. So 2-2 the count. 2 outs.
It's crazy, crazy.
Here's the one that's lifted to left field. Back, and that one is over the head of the left fielder, and that's going to score Vail from first base, and now it's going to be 6-0, and that is back-to-back doubles in the same inning for Mike Casillas. What do you say? What do you know?
Good start.
All right.
Good start to the game for
He
him.
looks like he wants to make the alternate team.
He's putting in his name in the hat early.
That's right. 6-0.
The thing is the pitcher they brought in, Clem, he's just not throwing super hard, and that pitch was just right over the heart of the plate.
16, it's easy,
Rojas is going to come to the plate, the shortstop, number 16.
Yeah, he got on. What did he do?
On a walk.
He
got on a walk.
Did he get on with a walk?
Yeah, base on balls.
I thought it was he got on in that. Yeah, he did. That's right. Then he advanced. Here's a pitch that misses low in the dirt. 2-2, 1-0 the count. That's all right, brother. This ain't a life or death circumstance, man. You take your time. It's all good. So 1 ball and no strike. That one's close and not quite a strike. So now the count 2-0.
Yeah,
once again, easy Rojas.
The Travelers have just had a ton.
I wonder if his parents were fans of the rapper Eazy-E.
Eazy-E, maybe. There's a restaurant in town named Rojas.
Swing and a miss. Boy, Easy tried to take that one over to the west end of Runyon Lake right there.
Swinging out of his shoes.
Absolutely. Missed that one. So now the count 2 balls and a strike. Tomorrow's Friday.
See if Rojas can get something going. He's one of these California guys. Or I
The
believe
2-1 count.
Might be in Arizona.
That one misses outside. 3-1 to Rojas.
Yeah, Travelers have just had a ton of command problems.
Yes, they have.
Down.
The 3-1 pitch. Outside. Wow. So Rojas down to first. Casillas at second. Now to bring up Tyler Clements, who reached in on a scored off a walk in his first at bat in the same inning.
He's probably frothing at the mouth because this kid's just not throwing super hard. I'm sure he's going to be swinging away at something he likes.
Here's a pop-up. And that one might be in a sweet spot, and that is going to drop for a base hit, and that's going to score another run. And the runner advances over to third. That's going to be a single RBI. And now the score is 7. What's that, 7-0?
Yeah,
7-0 in favor of Azteca.
That was like as a Texas leaguer, he kind of swung inside out. It flattened off the bat and just dropped into no man's land behind first.
So who's that came home? Calderon?
Yeah, Calderon.
Calderon came home.
Rojas is on third, and Clements has got a pinch runner over there. I don't know who that is.
See, man.
Oh, no, yeah. There's a guy in third. Didn't only one guy just come in?
Yeah, only one came in, Here's the pitch. It misses outside. Second and bad in this inning for Jason Arriola.
I don't know who that courtesy runner is over there for Azteca.
I'm just going to give the score. I don't have JJ's technology today.
I just can't see his number.
That one missed outside. 2-0 to count.
Oh, it is 8. Maybe we lost a run in there. It's 8-0.
That's right. There's one chop foul down the first base line. We'll do it all over again.
Oh, it's Brady Castelli's the runner, the courtesy runner for Clements, the pitcher. Castelli's standout from East High School. Utility player, does a lot of things. He's a good base runner, too. That game that East had a county on the ropes, he made some great plays, base running plays. His brother's Nico. His brother was playing college. I can't think of where he was playing college at. As Castelli's still second base.
So runners are second and third and 2 out. That last pitch was the ball, so now the count 2-1.
Yeah, the Travelers just no command of pitches.
Man.
They've only thrown like
this team used
8
to be,
strikes.
It just goes in cycles, though. You know, they still have great tradition, but this team used to be intimidating, remember?
Yeah, no, they were one of the best in Nooch, especially early when Nooch was getting going. And then they won in 92. That's their only time they won it.
Dave Harrell, my old broadcast partner, left me. We did Primetime Sports. That was a show for him from like 92 to 99. There's one that misses outside, and there's another walk, and the bases are loaded once again. And the first time I said, let's do a talk show. We started on Sunday, and Dave Harrell comes and said, Tony, I got an opportunity to do some play-by-play for this station out of Oklahoma. You're on your own. I had to carry a show 2 hours by myself for the first time, you know.
I used to be on that talk show with you.
Man, you were my go-to guy, but that was another one that we did years later.
I love that talk show.
You know, man, but you were awesome, man.
I love that talk
show. You know, that's when after JJ had left, and I was under so much pressure with no help, man. I said, man, you'll always be welcome in my life, man, because you bailed me out.
Yeah, I love that talk show. It was fun.
Here's the one that's lined the second baseman, and that's going to be an out. And finally, that is Andrew Plute lines out for out number 3. And that's going to be the end of a disastrous bottom half of the first inning for Woodward. We're going to take a timeout, and we'll be back and we'll wrap that inning up. 8-0. The Pueblo Azteca in the driver's seat early here at the Nooch 43rd, right here on the ticket.
Didn't you secretly always want to have a 7-foot rooster in your yard? Or a 10-foot palm tree and your very own flamingo? Or how about a cow on a bicycle or a 3-foot tall butterfly? Well, if that's something you've always wanted or you want something unique for your yard or garden, you need to come to Peppers and Petals out on the Mesa. We also have a great selection of annuals, perennials, herbs, veggie plants, hanging baskets, rose bushes, and patio tubs. So come out and see us. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will be waiting to help you find just what you need. We're Peppers and Petals at 2115 Santa Fe Drive.
It's game time, and what a great time for a Subway sandwich from Joe DeLeo Subway stores in Pueblo. With 4 Pueblo locations, there's one near you. Great before the game, after the game, or anytime. Make it the way you want, hot, cold, big, or epic. And it's always made fresh at Joe DeLeo Subway stores. Sandwiches and salads with health-conscious options. 3216 West Northern near South High School. In Blend, in Walmart on Pueblo's South Side. And the new location, 1271 West Pueblo Boulevard. At the corner of Lake and Pueblo Boulevard. Joe DeLeo Subway stores of Pueblo.
Welcome back. The
We're
43rd
back.
Annual Tony Andenuccio Memorial Baseball Tournament. And a disastrous inning for Woodward, the team out of Oklahoma. For Pueblo, Azteca blew 8 runs just on 3 hits, 4 errors, 2 wild pitches, and 3 men left on base.
You had 12 batters go to the plate.
Yep, screwed up my score sheet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Got to get technical here.
Usually you don't bat around in the first inning.
No. Things happen, though. Who knows, man? Woodward may go undefeated the rest of the way. You never know, man. They're just having a rough start in this game.
If you're Clements, the pitcher, you just got to throw strikes now. I mean, they gave you an 8 spot. You
So
take care of that and just run with it.
Clem Connor up to bat. First pitch outside for a ball. Here's a swing and a miss. Probably settle the pitcher down a little bit, I would think, for
no need
Azteca.
No need to be super amped up. I mean, you got a lot of space, a lot of room to work here. Up 8-0 in the top of the second inning. See, that almost hit him.
Yep. Just missed a count 2-1.
He's gassing pretty good. I'd say mid-80s at least. At least probably 86, 87 maybe. I know it's not.
Yep.
90's a different level.
That one rides high and tight upstairs. A count 3-1.
And it's just make him hit it. Drives you crazy as a coach. You're up 8-0. Just set it on a tee. Let him hit it.
Here's a swing and a miss. 3-2. Once again, the batter is Clem Connor. Left fielder for this Woodward Travelers team. Down 8-0 in the top of the second inning. A beautiful night for baseball. Boy, that field looks so much better than it did. Remember how it looked in March? Then Mother Nature took over. Swing and a miss, and down he goes.
Yeah, all arm swing there. He thought he fouled it. I think he did tip it, but it was caught by the catcher, Areola.
So that's the right side up K for Connor, and now Cade Clem will bring himself to the plate for his first at bat. That one misses in. That's in there for a strike.
I'd just get some solid work in here. Throw some strikes.
Absolutely, man. No Cherry Creek this year.
I'm gonna have to look at the teams.
Yeah, we'll look at the teams,
That's what it said.
Ooh, that one missed him inside. Almost hit him to count even up with a ball and the strike.
I'm pretty sure that was the case. And I don't know the reasoning why they wouldn't have showed up, but let's see. Yeah, they're not in this. They're not here.
There's so many new schools up there, too, now, you know. I mean.
The Parker Lightning.
Yeah, they got a good squad. I mean, they got some studs on that team.
Oh, looks like
there's just a lot more teams up in that area because the city has grown so much. Here's a 1-1 pitch.
Looks like the Azteca Red is in this tournament, too. So.
Telling you, Pueblo baseball has really continued to grow. There's one in there for a strike. Busted a fastball right there on him. Now the count even up at 2-2.
Yeah, there's no Creek this year.
Clem is with the pitch. Got him. Strike 3. Beautiful pitch on the outside corner, and that's quickly 2 up and 2 down. Back-to-back Ks in the book, and that'll bring up Jason Nebhut.
Well, that's what I said. You can tell he's outmatching these guys.
Yes.
I mean, he's throwing really hard for what these guys are used to. That's what I'm saying. You just need to work on your fundamentals and throw strikes. I mean, no sense getting, and it hits him.
And then he hit Nebhut, so he'll take first base.
Hit him with a curveball, I think, in the elbow.
Catcher's aboard. Second baseman number 3, Brody Turbin.
So the man batting number 9 in the order, Brody Turbush, comes up to bat. 2 outs, man on. Top half of the second inning. The pitch, swinging and miss. Swung so hard he lost his balance there.
If you're going to go down swinging.
Absolutely.
The one thing you learn in the cage, and like I used to go to some Major League Baseball camps way back in the day, and they tell you, like, when you're taking practice swings and stuff, you always want to swing hard.
Absolutely.
Like, swing hard, like even out of your shoes a little bit, so that way in the game, like that's not the first time you've ever swung that way.
Here's one swung hard and fouled off. The count quickly rides to 0-2. Once again, Brody Turbis, the second baseman. The Woodward Travelers. What a great history they've had in this tournament.
They won in 92.
Uh-huh. Here's one that's skied, and that's a base hit to the left field, and that's going to send a runner to third base. Let's see if they send him home. They're going to hold him right there, and that's going to be a stand-up double. And the batter in the 9-hole for Woodward gets something going, as he got a nice base hit right there as we go to the top of the order. So all of a sudden, Woodward's still alive.
I think he threw him a curveball that he just swung back into. He was throwing him fastballs, and he was fouling it off, and he goes to a curveball, and he just got to it. So we got runners at second and third. We're going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Jake Peeler. Peeler struck out looking on a slider the first time up.
There's a pitch. Misses a little bit outside.
Going from the full so you can get as big as lead as you want if you're the runners.
All of a sudden, control a little bit of an issue there.
Yeah, that pitch I think might have been a strike. It looked like it fooled the catcher, Areola. He kind of reached up and it was in the zone, but it might have been a little up.
Chop foul count to 2-1.
Clements is going to deal. Yeah, that's a nice
slider. Fastball right there.
It's almost like a split finger. Got a lot of late movement there.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Great opportunity for the Travelers to get themselves back in the game. The 2-2 pitch.
That's a strike.
Got him. Strike 3. Caught him looking. Got to protect the plate, son, at all times. And that'll end the inning.
2 innings, 6 strikeouts. Every guy he's got out's been on a strikeout.
Couple of runs scored. We'll cap it off when we get back. But if we go to the bottom half of the second inning, and the Pueblo Azteca Blue in control, leading by a score of 8-0. Summer Baseball 2023 returns after this on the ticket.
For a life of comfort, convenience, and enjoyment, welcome to Azteca Apartments.
We provide luxurious apartments and quality living for seniors 62 years and over, or those with disabilities. Our facility is smoke-free and features beautiful balconies with scenic mountain views and 24/7 maintenance for your safety. Our income-based rent and free utilities make Azteca Apartments an affordable option for any budget. With our healthcare education and physical fitness activities and various entertainment venues, we provide the necessities for a fulfilling life. Due to our high-quality maintenance and energy program, we were recognized as the #1 property in Colorado by the Governor's Energy Office in 2011. Experience a better way to live at Azteca Apartments.
Helping you with the freedom you want and deserve. We are Thornton Medical, the golden buzz-around mobility scooter. It's affordable and reliable, plus gives you a comfortable ride with all-day battery range. See all our scooters at Thornton Medical, because nothing should slow you down.
Before we go any further, let's give it up for Vic Morrow Produce, one of our proud sponsors, located at 1037 35th Lane out in the county, right next to Pueblo County High School. Vic Morrow Produce, Highway 50 East. All the fresh and delicious veggies are homegrown in Vineland. Vic Morrow Produce would like to remind you to thank a farmer today. Also, Sharpie's Pawn Shop, family-owned local business that serve the people of Pueblo. For 45 years, visit them on 300 North Chester Avenue. They offer the same friendly service they have always offered and look forward to doing business with you in the future. So, bottom half of the second inning, Azteca, Pueblo Azteca Blue on top 8-0. And that is a second pitch there to
number 7, Roy Higginbotham.
Yep, Higginbotham's in the game. He's got a 2-0 count.
Yeah, Vic Morrow is a great athlete at County, a good catcher.
Yepers.
Batted lefty.
There's a swing and a miss.
I believe he graduated in '89 from Pueblo County, if I'm thinking right. I think he's the same age as I am.
The 80s.
Yeah, the 80s. Where are the 80s gone?
What's up? man. Here's a fly ball to right field, going back, and that one is up against the wall. And Higginbotham's going to dig for two, and he's going to stop there with a leadoff double.
Yeah, I looked on my phone, and it says stops in 11 minutes to rain, but we can't tell because we're in this booth. Yeah, it's
leadoff double off Turner Roofing. Free advertising. Thanks, Turner. Third baseman number 8, Colton Calderon.
Friend Anthony Mestis, one of your former co-workers.
Yeah.
We did a video at the parade today I got to check out. So Higginbotham with a leadoff double. Now Colton Calderon up to bat. Bottom of the second inning. Pueblo Azteca Blue right back in business. There's one that skips to the plate, and it's going to send a runner down to third base. And a count 2-0 now to Colton. Little rain outside. Nothing serious. As long as the lightning stays away, right?
Be like Caddyshack. I don't think the heavy stuff's going to come down for a while.
Nah, we're in good shape, man. But it's weird, boy. We haven't had I don't think we're going to have another 90-degree day for like another 10 days, you know?
And it's crazy.
Yep, there's a swing and a miss.
Feels like we're in Seattle.
So 2 balls and a strike to Colton Calderon. What a great lineup Pueblo Azteca Blue has.
Yeah, they're rolling.
This is the who's who of Pueblo.
Tried to go to the slider there, a little up.
Yep, so that'll move the count to 3 balls and a strike. And Justin Ariano from South. Tyler Clements. Andrew Plute, and many others. The 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike. That'll ride the count full at 3-2. Don't forget JR Roofing Maintenance of Pueblo, specializing in commercial roofing of all types, new construction, full re-roofs, maintenance, and repair. Get more info online at jrroofs.com. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There's one that's popped up. It could be playable. I couldn't see. Looks like it got away from the catcher, so.
Looked like he went out of play, didn't it?
I just couldn't. That was out of my vision there. So a 3-2 will be the count. We'll do it all over again. Reps Union Avenue Sports Gym is Pueblo's premier fitness center and training complex. Reps Gym is open daily and conveniently located in the heart of historic downtown Pueblo. See more online at repsetgo.com. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That one's popped up to the right field.
That might
and
go
that's
out.
going. And that is up against the wall. And that's going to score another run. And that's going to be an RBI double. And Pueblo Azteca Blue leads now by a score of 9-0. Colton Calderon with a bomb to right center field. An RBI to boot. Coming home is Higginbotham. And the Pueblo Azteca Blue continues to shake, rattle, and roll.
Isn't that what the Honky Tonk Band used to do in WWF? Little shake, rattle, and roll?
Yeah, until what's the name, Crazy Man. Remember he said, if anybody can beat me under a minute, I invite him to come to the ring right now. And then who was that to do with the wild man?
George the Animal Steel?
No, not George the Animal Steel. He the muscular guy. You know, he always shook against the ropes, man. He came down and beat him under a minute. That was so funny.
It's probably Mr. Wonderful? Paul
No,
Wonder?
not Mr. Wonderful, man. The guy, it'll come to me in a minute, man. He had the long hair and the headband and the.
Oh, you're talking about Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, the Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, the honky tonk man. Yeah, he said, anybody can beat me in under a minute. I invite him to come to the ring right now. There's a swing and a miss. Man, the next thing I know, the Ultimate Warrior came running down there, man, to put that move on him, and boom, it was over.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior was a bad man.
So Donovan Robinson trying to drive home another run.
No outs in the inning.
Here's a pitch. Inside.
They put in a pinch
1-1
runner.
to count to him.
Or is that still Calderon out there? I think that is Calderon. I thought they brought in a Curtis.
No, he's still out there.
It is Calderon. I apologize.
So 1 ball and 1 strike, 9-0. That looks like a strike, and it is. And that was a good pitch right there.
That's a good slider.
Excellent pitch. Yep.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yes, sir.
9-0 Azteca Blue.
Acknowledge me.
Tone Man at the mic.
Swing and a miss. And that's a strikeout on the much-needed one there. First out of the inning as a K.
Braxton Bell's going to come up to the
Yep.
dish.
Left fielder number 9.
Playing left field, he's going to be one of the pitchers in this tournament, too. This team is loaded with arms, you know.
Yeah, they just rolling guys out.
Absolutely. Going to go some of the most select tournaments in this part of the country, too. I'll tell you, that team was deadly. The one that won last year, that team from L.A. Vail squares the bunt to no avail.
The pitch is way up that. You talking
Too
about
high.
Victus? That
Yes.
Victus team, yeah.
Yeah, they won it last year. So 1 ball and a strike to Braxton Vail.
That's low.
You have a miss there. Count rise quickly to 2-0.
See if they can push across a 10th run here with only 1 out. It's going to go to the top of the order after Vail. Bring up Mike Casillas, who's 2 for 2 with 2 doubles in the first inning.
Vail with a ground ball, and that's going to be that's a second error on the shortstop. He boots it, and the runners are going to hold at third, and now we have runners at first and third.
And the thing that's crazy is those wood bats, those balls aren't jumping off like
No, they're not. They just stayed on the ground.
He just misplayed it. I mean, it was right to him. No bad bounce, anything. I mean,
Have you ever seen a Woodward team that looks this young in this tournament, though?
Not
it's been
this
a
year.
long time, man.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring in a new pitcher, too. 3rd guy.
That's tough on opening night.
Yeah, I know. You need guys to go deeper.
So let's take a timeout. Going to hear from some more from our fine sponsors. Once again, we'll be back. All Pueblo Azteca Blue. They lead by a score of 9-0. Second pitching change coming up. This is high school baseball, summer baseball, the Nooch on SoCoTicket.com.
Think about how good it feels when people really get you, like the friends who come over when a big game is on. The neighbors next door always bring your favorite buffalo dip. Your in-laws know you need silence during clutch plays, and everyone knows about your special post-win fist bump. It's kind of like having a State Farm agent like Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo. Melissa's here to get to know you and understand your life, so she can make it easy for you to protect what's important. Get an agent that gets you and your fist bumps. Call State Farm agent Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo, 543-7091, or Melissa at melissadangelo.com.
Are you ready to stake your claim on the best grill in the neighborhood? Better head to Bounty and Yield Meat Market, 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard, near Big Bear Wine and Liquor. The best burgers and steaks start with the best meats. Bounty and Yield Meat Market features all natural Colorado-grown beef, pork, chicken, buffalo, and elk. No hormones, no antibiotics. From farm to table, Bounty and Yield. Your all-natural, all-local meat and grocery source. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m., 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard. For weekly specials and meat packages, you never have to leave town for quality meats. Pueblo's Bounty and Yield.
I like to shop, but I love to shop Sharpie's Pawn. Why pay retail? They have a variety of almost anything new and almost new. From jewelry, tools, DVDs, car stereo equipment, flat screen TVs, camping gear, ATVs, motorcycles, and cars. Electronics, stuff for gamers, Bronco jerseys, and even name brand purses. Sharpie's Pawn Shop, family owned and locally operated, serving the people of Pueblo for 45 years. Your best place to shop is Sharpie's Pawn at 300 North Chester Avenue or 719-544-PAWN.
This program is brought to you in part by Spectrum Community Services, home and community-based services to persons with developmental disabilities. For more information, call 545-4057. Spectrum Community Services, adding more to life.
Welcome back to the Nooch. Tony ANDENUCIO Field. Looks like Brandon Jackson is in the game. There's 225s in the program. And I believe that is him on the mound as the third pitcher of the night. We're only in the bottom half of the second inning. As Pueblo Azteca on top by a score of 9-0. And this team is loaded. Go to the bottom top half of the order.
Mike Casillas.
2 doubles in the same inning. He's off to a red hot start. Pitch high and upstairs.
Yeah, Casillas had a great season for East. He can hit.
Yes,
and
he
can
did.
flat out hit. See if they're going to get Vail to run. I don't know if you run here up 9-0. I don't know that you want to.
Here's a pop-up, and this should be playable. It might drop, and that's going to be
did drop.
dropped. And that's going to score another run.
He just didn't see that off the bat.
So
I would have thought the center fielder there might have wanted to dive. I mean, he had a good read on it, and then he just kind of gave up on it a little bit.
So Casillas, that's going to be, that's a hit. That's a good call right there.
Yeah, that's a hit. I mean,
that's a good call right there. Just dropped a Texas League blooper right there. So Vail at second base.
So they got
10-0.
Got a 10 spot rolling here. Wonder if is it 15 after 3? Do they play that rule? Or do they have to go 5? I got you.
Here's the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. We have an easy Rojas in the game. 0-2 the count.
They just had major command problems, had the Woodward pitchers.
Strike 3, down he goes. Nice pitch right there by Moore. And Rojas has struck out here in the inning.
That was a good slider.
You know, let's give it up for Thornton Medical, 1951 Lake Avenue, Pueblo, providing flexible and adaptable solutions to help overcome life's barriers. See more online at thorntonmed.com. And what about Dave Feemster at Little Caesars Pizza? Another pitch gets away and the runners will advance.
Yeah, they've had a bag full of wild pitches and walks.
So, yep.
It's just been a tough night for the Travelers.
So Vela to third, Casillas to second. Rojas strikes out for the second inning, and now it's counted as 1-0 to Tyler Clements. As a wild pitch scores another run. What a year for athletics here in the Steel City. There's one that misses outside. Count even up with the ball and the strike.
Yeah, it was a crazy season of athletics. There's no doubt about that.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Beautiful looking fastball right there.
This kid's got some good movement.
He's got some great movement. Woodward's just got the opening night jitters, I think. They probably win a couple of games in this tournament, I would think. But it's not looking too good tonight, but you never know. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. 2-2. We'll do it again. Hey, the Rockies took a couple from the Red Sox back in Boston.
Boston.
You ever been there to watch a game?
No, I haven't. I want to go. I haven't been to Boston. Both.
The 2-2 pitch just missed.
Hey, is this? Did we determine this is Jackson, Brandon Jackson, out of the 225s, right? Okay. Yeah, he's got a good slider / curveball.
The full count pitch.
That's
this one's
that's
hit
in
the
gap.
gap right there, and that one's going to be caught by the center fielder, and that is a great job right there. And the inning is over. A couple of more runs scored for the Pueblo Azteca Blue. They're in commanding position, leading by a score of 10-0. We'll cap off the rest of the inning when we come back after this. Once again, it's the Summer Baseball 2023 on SoCoTicket.com.
The Topper Factory and RV Center of Pueblo is a family-owned and operated RV dealership and truck accessory store, serving the southern Colorado area for over 30 years. They also have an array of truck accessories, RV parts and accessories, and a certified RV mechanic to keep you on the RV road. Topper Factory is always prepared to help you with your RV needs, no matter what the season. It's like they always say, when the going gets tough, the tough go camping. Topper Factory and RV Center.
Clements.
He got him.
No, he called a strike.
No, he called a ball.
No, he called a strike. Didn't he?
Yeah, he did call it. He was running down the first base line. I was wondering what was going on.
So it was 3-2. He just called strike 3.
So there you go.
Yeah, I was like, he thought it was a walk, and I thought it was a strike. I just thought it was strike 2. But
so that'll bring up Sion Tavares. Struck out in his first at bat in inning number 1. Takes a pitch outside.
I think every single
Keep
guy
our own count. Yeah.
he's got out has been on a strikeout.
Yep.
So he's got 7 strikeouts, I believe. No one else has got out. They had the 2 hits.
Runner at third.
They've had 2 doubles off Clements, and that's it. He's walked a couple. So he's got 7 strikeouts.
So the count 2-0. Outside. ColoradoHealth.com with Pueblo. Colorado Health offers individual and family plans plus Medicare and group plans. Our great friend Sean Casales and the staff are proud to serve and support the Pueblo community and more. Once again, that's Colorado Health. Here's a pop-up to the infield. It should be playable. It should be playable, and it is playable by the shortstop. And that's a big first out right there with a runner at third. So on Tavares in his first at-bat was a strikeout victim. He flies out and pops out of the infield there. Put a P6 in the books now to bring up Logan Bumgarner to bat.
So he's trying to get out of this inning as Clements, without giving up the run. He's up 10-0 with 7 strikeouts. Man.
There's one that misses inside.
He's still gassing pretty good.
Yeah.
He's popping the glove out there. There's no question. Right-hander is Clements. No,
upstairs, he's been a little bit uneven at times, too, talking about the pitcher for
yeah, he's got a lot of 2-0, 3-1 counts and come all the way back in and struck guys out.
Yeah, Clemens there. Count 2-0. There's a swing and a miss.
Yeah, I'd be living off that pitch.
Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, 3-1 to count.
Imagine he's going to throw him another fastball at 3-1 here. Up 10-0. And he did.
Lost him. No, they called a strike.
All these guys are just running to first.
You can't do that, man.
Every time on 3-1 counts.
Wait till he makes the call. Sometimes the umpires feel you're trying to show them up when you do that. Just wait. You might get the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, it was a close pitch. It might have been a little outside, but it's close enough to swing at if you're wanting to swing. He didn't.
So here's a 3-2 pitch. That was popped up. Second baseman looks like he's got a beat on it for the Azteca. Pluton makes a catch, and that's the out. So leadoff hit goes nowhere. Still no runs for the Woodward Travelers. We go to the bottom half of the third inning like this. All Pueblo Azteca Blue on top by a score of 10-0. We'll be back after this on SocoTicket.com.
Hey, good folks, once again, this is Tony Wright. Now, even though I've changed locations, I still get my barbecue at Gigi's Barbecue, located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A. From their lip-smacking ribs, pulled pork to the juicy brisket, Gigi's has it all. Gigi offers a friendly, down-to-earth atmosphere to dine in, and it can also bring the food to you as well. Gigi's can cater from 30 people up to 300 or more. They were also voted Best Barbecue in Pueblo in 2015. So get your barbecue fix on today at Gigi's, located on Highway 50 West, right across from Chick-fil-A.
When selecting your insurance coverage, you want to work with an agent that takes the time to understand your needs and cares about meeting those needs. Deborah Marino is that agent at Pueblo Insurance, providing unbeatable service since 2009. She can help you find the protection you deserve at the price you can afford, specializing in home and auto insurance as well as other specialty insurance. They work one-on-one with each client to ensure that you receive the right policy to fit your situation. Pueblo Insurance, 1636 Highway 50 West, your local hometown insurance agent, next to East Coast Pizza. Phone 542-0948.
For 30 years, Thornton Medical has specialized in helping you stay independent with home and commercial accessibility ramps. They're sturdy, convenient, and offer a variety of solutions designed to meet your needs. From residential to commercial ramps, Thornton Medical, someone you can count on.
Welcome back. I'm Tracy Rink here at ANDENUCIO Field with Tony Wright. 10-0 is the score. Azteca Blue as we get ready for the bottom of the third inning, Tony.
Well, the 5-inning team rule is in effect here.
So we'll have to play at least through 4.5 because Azteca is the home team.
Home team. There's a pitch that misses outside.
It's just been massive control.
Who's up to bat here?
It's 20. Did they bring a pinch hitter? It's 14, I think.
Jason. Okay, that's him. He's there batting in a cleanup spot. All right. A couple of pitches have been pitched. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 balls, 2-0 to count.
That pitch was way out.
Bottom of the third. That one way inside, so now the count 3-0 to count.
Left-handed swinging Areola.
Yep.
I can't imagine he'd be swinging 3-0 maybe. Guess he was trying to get some work in, trying to get a good cut. Imagine he's seeing a fastball here.
That one's a strike in there. 3-1 to count. Little Caesars Pizza Pueblo and Pueblo West, home for the hot and ready pizza. Serving Millburger Farms and Pueblo Chili, Dave Feemster and his team are proud to support local sports. And there's a walk right there, a leadoff walk to start things off here in the bottom half of the third inning. That was Jason Areola. Now another dangerous hitter comes up, and that is Andrew Plute.
Looks like we have another courtesy runner. It's number 1.
He was hit by a pitch and scored in inning number 1.
So number 1 is the courtesy runner, Tony, for the Blue Azteca.
Okay.
See if I can get that name of that.
I got it here. That is Ethan Ayala.
That's who's running at first base. Got a huge lead.
Strike to Plute.
It's that curveball. Jackson's got a decent curveball.
On his way to Mesa, Arizona to play ball.
Yeah, that's a factory for
You better believe it is.
Factory for ASU. They used to be a
You'll be
big
surrounded by warm weather and beautiful women. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one's lifted, fouling out of play.
0-2's the count, so he jumps out as Jackson gets in front of Plute. See if Plute can battle back. He's only thrown 2 pitches. Basically, he's thrown a fastball and a variation of a curve/slider. He's got a weird kind of motion a little bit, does Jackson. Thought he airmailed
Soft
that.
toss over there.
Not
Not quite. Hey, Joe DeLeo Subways. 4 Pueblo locations, 3216 West Northern and South High School, in the Aspen Square Shopping Center in Blinn, and Walmart in the Pueblo South Side, and at 1271 West Pueblo Boulevard in the corner of Lake and Pueblo Boulevard. Stop in and order online. Here's a ground ball, and that's going to be fielded by the shortstop over to second for 1, but not a chance for a double play. And that's a good play by the young man there. I know he's a good player, but he had a couple of boots earlier in the game, but he made the play there when he needed to. That's a force out. Plute first on the fielder's choice.
That ball just went dead off the bat.
And 6-4 right there for out number 1. Now to bring up Roy Higginbotham up to bat for the Pueblo Azteca.
See if he's going to throw. I don't think he's running unless you're just trying to get some work in.
Strike 1. Higginbotham also got his first at bat, he ground out. Then the second at bat, he scored on a single, off a single, I should say. Nice down to the count, 0-1. Swing and a miss. Went for the home run there, didn't get it, 0-2 to count. Colton Calderon up to bat, on deck, excuse me. Beautiful night for baseball, and I just can't get over how lush and green that grass is. They're going to have to start playing games elsewhere because the grass wasn't growing. Then the rains came and changed everything. No balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. That's it. Down goes Higgy for out number 2.
Of all the guys they've thrown, this is pitcher 3. Jackson's definitely looked the
absolutely.
best.
He shut it down pretty good for his team. I'm sure they might have wanted to save him for another game, but
Yeah, I can imagine he might have been the game 2 starter. They're just trying to get out of this game now. That's what hurts in a tournament is if you have to go deep in your pin in game 1.
Now batting 7th in order, number 8 in third baseman is Colton Calderon. List that one fouling out of play.
He's the one that got a double off Jackson, though, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He hit that one off the wall.
Yep. You got one pitch. There's one chop foul down the third baseline.
He was on that pitch and just kind of swung over the top of it a little bit.
So Calderon with a 0-2 count.
Definitely would get ready for a curveball.
Ethan Moore pitching, the third pitcher in the game so far for the Travelers. Down by a score of 10-0. We're going to thank everybody for all the birthdays wishes from yesterday. 2-pitch misses outside. Let you know how old you're starting, how old you are. I'm an old man, Mr. Rink. I'm an old man.
You're still young at heart, Tony. That's all that matters.
You got that right. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's a ground ball as stopped, knocked down by the pitcher. He gets over and makes the play in time, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. And finally, a clean inning right there for the Woodward team. 1-3 on the putout, so there was no runs, no hits, there was no errors, and there is nobody left on base. With the score remaining, we go to the bottom half, checked at the top half of the 4th inning. The Pueblo Azteca Blue 10, Woodward 0. We'll be back after this. Another word from our fine sponsors on SocoTicket.com.
You never know when disaster will strike. Serve Pro of Pueblo at 3130 Broadmoor Avenue are leaders in the fire and water cleanup and restorations industry. At Serve Pro of Pueblo, they understand your situation, and they're here to help make fire and water damage like it never happened. They can help return damaged areas and items to pre-loss condition.
Water damage strikes fast. Fire damage strikes fast. So do we. When you call the cleanup specialists at ServPro, like it never even happened.
To find out how ServPro Pueblo can help you, call Jack Drury and his staff at 544-7165. ServPro Pueblo.
Having a healthy smile begins and ends with regular dental checkups. It's the key, and that's exactly what every family can expect from Park West Dental. Parents are always welcome in the treatment areas to comfort their child. We accept Medicaid and most insurances with little or no cost to you. Park West, trusted dental and vision care for infants, children, and teens. Immediate appointments available. Call 544-3054. Online, visit youthdentalvision.com.
This program is brought to you in part by Spectrum Community Services, home and community-based services to persons with developmental disabilities. For more information, call 545-4057. Spectrum Community Services, adding more to life.
They start going, gobble, 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 Tony's coming. He's going to eat me. Oh. Hey, welcome back to Summer Baseball 2023 on SocoTicket.com. Top half of the 4th inning we go. The game is settled down. Just a disaster first inning for the Woodward Travelers, giving up 8 runs and 2 in the second, and a clean inning. The only time in the previous inning they gave up wasn't a crooked number. And now let's see if they can make a comeback for themselves. Count 0-1 to the batter.
They've battled. They haven't given up by any stretch. Clements is just bringing it. Like, he's throwing pretty hard.
Here's one that's sharply hit in the right field for a base hit. And that is Clem Connor up to bat here in the 4th, so leadoff single. Play some great baseball and softball down there in the part of the country, man. Oklahoma Sooner women winning that national championship.
I will say this about the Sooners softball program. If any girl tells you they're going to play at Oklahoma, they're lying, because they don't recruit anymore. They get the best players. They get the best players in the nation. They're all Gatorade Players of the Year of their
state. You got that right, man.
And that pitcher left, that freshman, she was Player of the Year, and she's transferred to Nebraska.
Yeah.
That lefty throwing 73, and
that's
amazing. And they'll just bring in some. They were 58-1. They won like 52 games in a row.
Yep.
That's really hard to do in softball, especially at the Division I level.
Cade Clem up to bat, and the first pitch was a strike, and then he fouled off the second one, so it's down to the count 0-2. 10-0, top of the 4th inning. No quitting this Woodward team.
See if Azteca
Certainly
can
happy to have him here at the Nooch.
roll a double play here.
There's one of the reach of a pitch that misses outside to count 1-2. Cade Clem, shortstop on the team. Couple of errors. Still a pretty good looking prospect. Looks quite young.
Clements, I believe, has 7 strikeouts. I think all the other 7 of the 9 strikeouts.
That looks like a strike, and it's not a strike. So the count.
Yeah, he was trying to frame it, the catcher. He was just a little, Areola, he was just a little out, like he's out in the river out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
swing
strike.
and a miss.
That was a sweet slider.
Down he goes. Out number 1 with a backward K. Let's hear for another one of our sponsors here on SoCoTicket.com. Give it up for Carl, Alani Elliott, Gigi's Barbecue and Catering. 1600 Highway 50 West, offering delicious smoked meats and more by the pound or the plate for special events. Ask about their catering. And smoked prime rib tomorrow and Saturday at Gigi's Barbecue. And boy, is it good as Jason Nesbitt fouls off the first pitch. He's down in the count 0-1. Runner at first, the leadoff batter with a base hit. That was Clem Connor. Oh, plunked him on the helmet.
He tried to throw a slider, and it hit him right. Luckily for him, he didn't turn into it. He just stood still,
yeah,
and
it hit him right. Yep.
Hit him in the side of the helmet.
Yep.
I think it stunned him more than anything. I think he thought it was going to break, and it never did. It hit him right in the side of the helmet.
So now, legitimate threat here. Kate Clem hit by a pitch. Here's one that's fouled back into the backstop. Here you go. Ambient Mike picked it up. Brody Turbish up to bat. Oh, 1 to count to him.
See, that almost
and that one goes over his head, and that'll scoot the runners up to 2nd and 3rd.
That almost hit him, too. Jeez. Just got some wild action going here. I don't know if the cold weather's bothering him. Looks like it's 59 degrees.
Well, it's not you can't blame the weather on that.
It's always the
He
weather,
just made a
Tony.
bad pitch.
It's always the weather, Tony. It's
Okay.
never a bad pitch.
Well, 1 ball and 1 strike and a wild pitch. And runners at 2nd and 3rd. First legitimate threat here. Now some chinks in the armor of the Pueblo Azteca team. That one misses outside.
It wasn't a bad pitch. 1-1's the count.
2-1. That was just a wild pitch there.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah, 2-1 to count. Swing and a miss. Even up at 2-2.
See if he can get a strikeout.
The 2-2 pitch.
Oh,
Here's
that's
a
that's
fly
base
ball that's hit base hit to right field, and that's going to score 2 runs. And Woodward Travelers are on the board, 10-2.
Yeah, give them credit. They kept battling here.
So that's a 2 RBI single
25 is the batter, the pitcher.
for Nebhut.
That's a solid base hit.
Yep. So 10-2. Pitch misses outside.
Clements ran into problems because he had command problems, and
Yes.
then you threw a predictable fastball, and he was sitting on it.
That hit him.
Yeah, they might have to bring in some relief here.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to. Because that was, we got 225. Was that Ethan Moore? I believe that was
No,
Ethan
that's Jackson. The
That was,
pitcher.
that's
Jackson. 'Cause
Brandon Jackson.
yeah,
Okay.
There's 225s. I was going to say, I was thinking they might have a visit to the mound, and Dylan Gavin, the coach, is going to have a visit. Just looks like Clements lost some of his command all of a sudden. He's pitching a great game. He has 7 strikeouts, but all of a sudden he just lost his command. They are going to take him out.
And we have a pitching change, so we'll tell you all about it when we come back. 10-2, Pueblo Azteca on top. We'll be back after this on the ticket.
Here's where your shape takes shape. Reps Union Avenue Sports Complex. Reps is Pueblo's premier fitness center and training complex, state of the art, with huge workout areas, top-of-the-line equipment, and nationally accredited trainers and instructors. You're part of the most modern fitness complex in southern Colorado. Reps has over 21,000 square feet of workout space, including cardio machines, free weights, steam, sauna, large locker room. Take the tour at 110 South Union Avenue. Go online to repsetgo.com. Proud to support high school athletics.
Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors has been providing Pueblo and Colorado Springs communities with the same service they have provided their own family for many, many years. To treat every woman as if she were our mother or sister, every man as if he were our father or brother. Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors continues to provide caring and compassionate service with dignity and respect. And remember, when you lose someone you love, call someone that you can trust. Angela's Chapel Funeral Directors. Online at angeluspueblo.com. Proud to support area student athletes. Benefits Broker Insurance at 20 Club Manor Drive in Pueblo. The Benefits Broker team of agents has over 100 years of service in employee benefits and individual health care needs. Steve Shirley, Dave Vecchio, and the entire team prides themselves on the level of knowledge and service they bring to you, the client. Benefits Broker is your 24/7 resource for a variety of essential benefits-related information and with a proven dedication and commitment to excellence. Benefits Broker Insurance Pueblo in the Paycheck Dental Building and online at benefitsbroker.com.
Welcome back to the 43rd annual Tony Andenuccio Memorial Baseball Tournament, and Justin Ariano coming in to pitch in place of Ty Clements, who started getting a little bit wild. 10-2. It's a score here in the top of the 4th inning. And while we have this moment, let's give it up for the Topper Factory RV Center located at 2010 Highway 50 West in Pueblo. Online at topperfactory.com. And remember, when the going gets tough, the tough go camping. And how about Park West Dental and Vision? Truly exceptional, kind, and great with kids. See them just off Pueblo Boulevard online at youthdentalvision.com. Want to thank all of our sponsors. And 2 runners on, one at first and second. See if Woodward can continue their comeback here as Ariano in the pitch for Pueblo Azteca. That one's outside.
Yeah, that first pitch is just threw a fastball, a little out of the plate. Let's see if he can come in and calm things down. Clements, the starting pitcher, had 7 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. He just lost his command.
Here's a swing and a miss.
So bottom of the 4th inning here.
We got number 10, Keaton Adams, up to bat now.
Excuse me, top of the 4th inning. I apologize.
The 1-1 pitch. Missed inside.
See if you get a double play here if you're the Azteca. Runners at first and second for Woodward. Ariano looks in, going to deliver.
That one misses. Is it the weather? Can't be the weather. Got to make the pitches regardless. So 3-1 to count.
Throw strikes.
Here's one that's popped up to right field, and going over is the right fielder, and he makes a catch. Runner will tag up and scoot over to third base. That is out number 2. Adams flies out. So runners remain at first and third, or now at first and third.
Ariano made the pitch he needed to. He needed him to put it in play, and he did, and gets the out at right field. Caught over there by.
So now Ethan Moore will come up to bat.
That's Mike Casillas out in right.
Mm-hmm.
Makes that catch.
Outside.
Ariano looks in.
Yeah, it's a slow curver in there for a pitch. Striking out the count even up at a 1-1. Once again, Vic Merle Produce located at 1037 35th Lane in Pueblo on the corner of Highway 50 East and 35th Lane. There's a pitch in there for a strike. All the fresh and delicious veggies are homegrown in Vineland. Vic Merle Produce would like to remind you to thank a farmer today. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Down he goes. And that's a nice strikeout right there as Ethan Moore goes down. A couple of runs score. We now have a bit of a game to score. Azteca still in front, though, by a score of 10-2. We'll cap off the inning when we come back after this. Once again, this is high school baseball 2023, the 43rd annual Nooch on SoCoTicket.com.
Think about how good it feels when people really get you, like the friends who come over when a big game is on. The neighbors next door always bring your favorite buffalo dip. Your in-laws know you need silence during clutch plays, and everyone knows about your special post-win fist bump. It's kind of like having a State Farm agent like Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo. Melissa's here to get to know you and understand your life, so she can make it easy for you to protect what's important. Get an agent that gets you and your fist bumps. Call State Farm agent Melissa Arriaga D'Angelo, 543-7091, or Melissa at melissadiangelo.com.
Are you ready to stake your claim on the best grill in the neighborhood? Better head to Bounty and Yield Meat Market, 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard, near Big Bear Wine and Liquor. The best burgers and steaks start with the best meats. Bounty and Yield Meat Market features all natural Colorado-grown beef, pork, chicken, buffalo, and elk. No hormones, no antibiotics. From farm to table, Bounty and Yield. Your all-natural, all-local meat and grocery source. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m., 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard. For weekly specials and meat packages, you never have to leave town for quality meats. Pueblo's Bounty and Yield.
Welcome back to Summer Baseball 2023 on SoCoTicket.com. As we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, as the Pueblo Azteca, who was shut out in their previous inning after scoring 8 runs in the first and 2 in the second, hits 4th. They lead by a score of 10-2. Nice crowd out here on hand. Want to thank everybody for coming out. Games here and at CSU Pueblo as the Hobbs Field still under construction. Scheduled to be completed in August. Have you seen the football stadium, Dutch Clark?
I haven't.
Oh, it looks nice, man. They got
get a new
sidewalks. No, I'm talking about they're going to put they're repaving a lot. It's got a sidewalk in the exterior, nice entrance that says Dutch Clark Stadium.
Oh, good.
They're going to redo the press box and everything. A few $1 million renovation on it there.
That'd be nice. That press box was getting a little old.
Yeah, but you know,
It's
you got me there. It's a beautiful. Man, they had that picture in there from that game from 1950, and you said that was me in there, man. You said that was me in there calling the game. That's cold.
Coming in ice cold.
1-0 the count. There's a mosquito here is trying to eat me. Dadgummit, I hate mosquitoes, man. Look at them on the wall right there. As Azteca up to bat.
This is Robinson.
Yep.
Robinson's had 2 strikeouts tonight, I believe, in a walk.
Maybe, and that one misses outside. The count now 2 balls and a strike. Bottom of the 4th inning. Moving right along here. Pueblo Azteca, since they're the home team, gets a prime time spot at 7 o'clock. Coming out tomorrow, support the team on the Friday. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That one misses outside, 3-1 to count.
He's almost like he's shot putting that throw. It's got a weird motion sometimes.
This is maybe the coolest Nooch I've ever covered. You know, I've been out here since the temperature-wise.
Yeah, it's
a little
only
chilly out here.
59 degrees.
Yeah.
Well, high school baseball in Pueblo is usually about 20 to 40 degrees most games.
Here's a 3-1 pitch and missed him. So Donovan Robinson gets on to start things off in the bottom of the 4th.
This Braxton Bell's going to come to the plate, the lefty, the left-handed swinging number 9. See if he can get a base hit here. I notice he does something with his bat before he walks in. He should do the dollar signs like prime time.
Yeah.
In the box.
Boy, you talk about a team that's going to have the spotlight on them this fall.
It's better than what they used to have.
Oh, yeah, they got to win, though. Here's a ground ball, and it's been shot, hit there. The first goes over the second, double play.
He didn't need to tag him.
Well, he did to make sure, because that's 2 out. So that's 1 unassisted, and then 1 over to 6. There's Vale grounds into the double play.
He just hit it right at him.
1 to 2 and 1 to 6. We got 2 for 11 from what I understand. And that means it is Matthew Casillas in the game.
Matt Casillas, your batter for the Azteca. Number 2, Casillas.
Yeah, they had a mini rally going there, and to get snuffed out, Vale grounds into a sharp grounder to first. They step it on the bag and throw to second for the double play. Give Jackson credit, the pitcher for Woodward. Ever since he's come in, they've actually got back in this game.
Yeah, they really have.
The first two guys, Peeler, they started, and they brought in the other pitcher that they just couldn't find the zone. They were hurt by errors too. Don't get me wrong, but
so 2 outs in the bottom half of the first, and there's a swing and a miss right there.
He's throwing like a weird changeup. He's got a weird motion with it coming over the top. No balls, 2 strikes.
The 0-2 pitch.
Wow.
Missed outside, 1 to 2 to count.
Living on the edge there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was really close.
Woodward team is settling down here. Might be a little bit too little too late. They could be a force before this tournament is over. It's some great competition here. Swing and a miss. And that'll do it. Goose eggs. The first clean inning, or the second.
Second clean inning in a row.
Second clean inning in a row. The goose eggs, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Top of the 5th we go, moving right along. As the Pueblo Azteca on top of the Woodward Travelers by a score of 10 to 2. We'll be right back. This is the 43rd annual ANDENUCIO tournament on the ticket.
Didn't you secretly always want to have a 7-foot rooster in your yard? Or a 10-foot palm tree and your very own flamingo? Or how about a cow on a bicycle or a 3-foot tall butterfly? Well, if that's something you've always wanted, or you want something unique for your yard or garden, you need to come to Peppers and Petals out on the Mesa. We also have a great selection of annuals, perennials, herbs, veggie plants, hanging baskets, rose bushes, and patio tubs. So come out and see us. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will be waiting to help you find just what you need. We're Peppers and Petals at 2115 Santa Fe Drive.
Are you ready to stake your claim on the best grill in the neighborhood? Better head to Bounty and Yield Meat Market, 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard, near Big Bear Wine and Liquor. The best burgers and steaks start with the best meats. Bounty and Yield Meat Market features all natural Colorado-grown beef, pork, chicken, buffalo, and elk. No hormones, no antibiotics. From farm to table, Bounty and Yield. Your all-natural, all-local meat and grocery source. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. till 7 p.m., 2029 South Pueblo Boulevard. For weekly specials and meat packages, you never have to leave town for quality meats. Pueblo's Bounty and Yield.
43rd annual Tony ANDENUCIO baseball tournament here, better known as the Nooch, and certainly happy to have you here on SoCoTicket.com. Chelsea Tracy and the Tone Man here. Brian Falsetto, our PA announcer. Dave Dudley in the booth, having a good old time on this Thursday night, June 15th. Denver Nuggets had their victory parade today.
That was quite a parade.
Yeah, it was lively, I heard.
It was. It was good, but I was telling my friend at work, just enjoy the moment. Winning titles is very difficult.
It's brutally hard. It is brutally hard.
It took them 47 years to get the first one, so you might as well enjoy it.
Man, they broke my heart a lot of times, too, man. That 09 team I thought had a chance with Carmelo and Chauncey and J.R. Smith, you know, but a couple of cruisers mistaken, too much Kobe ended it. You're right. It is hard to win a championship. Look how the Broncos have fallen off.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a lot harder than it looks. It's really hard to repeat, but Denver's in a good spot, though. They've got a lot of talent, and they don't have a lot of guys leaving. And they have Joker and Murray. So,
So the top of the 5th inning right now. And who's this batter in here for Woodward?
That's the guy that hit the double, isn't it?
Caden Spray.
The one that hit it off the wall?
One wall, 1 ball, and 1 strike. That one misses outside, 2-1 to count. Here's one that's fly ball to left field, and that one's going to drift foul and out of play.
Fisted it inside out swing, almost dropped in there for a base hit. Falls foul down the 3rd baseline into shallow left field. Ariano's come in. He got a big strikeout to end the last inning. So we're going to have to go at least 6 now. Azteca have gone scoreless the last 2 innings after an 8 spot and a 2 spot in the first 2 innings. Give Woodward credit. They kept battling.
Absolutely. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off. Keep it at 2-2. Once again, Pueblo Azteca Blue on top by a score of 10-2. Taking on the Woodward Travelers out of Woodward, Oklahoma. The 2-2 pitch. Oh, beautiful breaking ball right there for strike 3, and that is out number 1.
Froze him on like a backdoor slider.
Yes, he did.
He's arguing with couldn't believe the pitch. It was a good pitch.
Yes, it was.
He just didn't pick it up off the hand, and it froze him.
So now Logan Bumgarner comes up to bat. Third baseman on his team. 0 for 2 today.
See if Azteca can get through this inning, get a couple runs, and get a win by 10-run rule after 5. Huh?
8-run rule.
Oh, I apologize. We're in tournament 8-run rule.
Here's a fly ball, and that's going to drop in for a base hit to center field. So Bumgarner with his first hit of the night. That'll bring up Clem Connor. He's 1 for 1 tonight, a strikeout and a single, and he scored one of the 2 runs here for this Travelers team. So a 1-out single.
So 2 outs and the game's over is 8-run rule. I apologize. Usually in the high school season it's 10-run, but in tournament play it's 8 because it tries to speed up games.
Absolutely. And in summer high school baseball, they have a time limit. If the game's in a tie, it ends in a tie.
Right.
Swing and a miss. First pitch of ball, that one a strike. Once again, Clem Connor, the batter. 2 outs away. Azteca from winning the big first game here at the Nooch. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and that one misses outside. 2-1, obviously, the count.
They were runner-up in this tournament last year, finished with a 6-1 record.
Lost to that Victus Recruits, man. There are so many kids in this country that want to play baseball, and that the competition is just incredible.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough
no matter what level.
It's tough to play in college.
And you know one thing I'll never forget, that one year, many years ago when I lived in California, you know, with that good weather out there, they play fall and winter baseball out there. It's just crazy, you know. Well, you see swim meets outdoor swim meets.
Yeah.
And when I was out in Southern California, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, well, that's why a lot of these players or different people move.
Here's a base hit, and it's going to be fielded. It's going to be. It takes a weird hop from the side. Thought it was going to be a base hit. Then the ball just kind of died on the end of the infield there.
It had a weird backward spin off the bat.
Yes, it did.
And Plute couldn't handle it. I don't even know if Plute might have had to play at first. He definitely wouldn't have had to play at second because he was going to his left. So I imagine you have to. I guess you give him an infield hit. I imagine it's an error, but I'm not the official scorekeeper here. It's just kind of a bad bounce, a weird bounce. Had a lot of spin on it. See if Ariano can get out of this.
Yep.
Got 1 out. Ariano.
2 men on. First pitch is a ball. Snap throw down to first base, almost got him, and it gets away from the first baseman, and the runner will scoot to third. And then the runner takes off for second.
Yeah, there's just no need for that.
Nope.
You're up 10-2. You're 2 outs away from ending the game. Like, I get wanting to be aggressive, but they put in a new first baseman. It's McGinty, I believe. He just came in this last inning, and he's way back. He's not even at the bag. Like, you can't make that throw unless you've got something working with the first baseman.
There's a swing and a miss right there.
You get a strikeout, all is forgotten. See if Ariano can come all the way back here.
Swing and a miss.
A nice curveball.
Cade Clem, the batter. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'm imagining he's going to throw another curveball. We'll see. Because the pitches they've been hitting have been his fastball. Threw another curveball.
Got him.
Out.
Froze him. Jelly-legged him. Strike 3.
That pitch
2 down.
Might not have been a strike, but it's way too close to look at with the 2-2 count.
Yep, you got to protect the plate. That's what them old coaches down south tell you, son. You got to protect the plate.
Yeah, now we're 1 out away from doing this if Ariano can get a...
Jeb, you got to protect the plate, son.
You want to play? You protect the plate.
Now, that guy he swung and a miss talking about Jason Nebhut. Swung and a miss, yep.
That was a 12-6 curveball, a little slower. But
that was an old Earl Weaver swing right there. The 3-run homer from Earl Weaver's Baltimore Orioles. That one misses high, 1-1 to count.
Team of Tippy Martinez, Lahanna's own.
Yeah, man. Then they had Okist, man. Man, that was a great team. Tippy Martinez was a heck of a ball player. Here's a ground ball. Fielded at second. Throws over to first. Ball game over. And the ball game is over. Game, set, match. 4-3 on the putout. And the 8-run rule has taken effect with the final score. The Pueblo Azteca wins the opener by a score of 10-2. I got to give it a what do you say, what do you know? And you know what? You know what? I like it fine.
Nice.
We'll be back after this. Summer Baseball 2023, the 43rd Annual Nooch. We'll wrap it up after this on The Ticket.
The Topper Factory and RV Center of Pueblo is a family-owned and operated RV dealership and truck accessory store, serving the southern Colorado area for over 30 years. They also have an array of truck accessories, RV parts and accessories, and a certified RV mechanic to keep you on the RV road. Topper Factory is always prepared to help you with your RV needs, no matter what the season. It's like they always say, when the going gets tough, the tough go camping. Topper Factory and RV Center, Highway 50 West Pueblo, and online at topperfactory.com.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. I mean, who's gonna stop us?
But, sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
Price is one thing. Taste is another.
And right now, try Little Caesars Pizza top of Millburger Farms Pueblo Chili. Locations in Pueblo and Pueblo West to serve you. Little Caesars Pizza, big on taste, thin on price. Now serving Millburger Farms Pueblo Chili, Little Caesars Pizza.
For a life of comfort, convenience, and enjoyment, welcome to Azteca Apartments.
We provide luxurious apartments and quality living for seniors 62 years and over, or those with disabilities. Our facility is smoke-free and features beautiful balconies with scenic mountain views and 24/7 maintenance for your safety. Our income-based rent and free utilities make Azteca Apartments an affordable option for any budget. With our healthcare education and physical fitness activities and various entertainment venues, we provide the necessities for a fulfilling life. Due to our high-quality maintenance and energy program, we were recognized as the #1 property in Colorado by the Governor's Energy Office in 2011. Experience a better way to live at Azteca Apartments.
This program is brought to you in part by Spectrum Community Services, home and community-based services to persons with developmental disabilities. For more information, call 545-4057. Spectrum Community Services, adding more to life.
Do-doon, do-doon. Yes, it's me, and I'm in love again. Ooh-wee, baby, ooh-wee. Baby, won't you let your dog bite me?
Tony Wright.
You ever been bitten by a dog?
No, I've been bitten.
Man, I was running around Runyon Lake about a year ago, and this fool that had his pit bull loose, and that thing started taking off, and it was a big muscular one. And you know how loud my voice is? I yelled that they heard my voice over here to Runyon, and I picked up a stick, and I ended up scaring the dog away, man.
You know what? I got bit by a cat.
Man, I walked up on, I say one time my old roommate Pete May brought an ugly alley cat in the house. I said, there's only room for one big black cat, and that's me.
That cat did an exit stage left.
I said, you got to get that cat up out of here, because I'm the big black cat up in here. All right, man. Top us off. Pueblo Azteca wins by a score of 10-2.
Yeah.
Nice victory.
Yes.
They got some gifts tonight, but they'll take what they can get.
Win's a win. In a tournament like this, you need to get wins. They got 10 runs on 6 hits. They had 1 error. The Woodward Travelers were doomed by a terrible first inning. They gave up 8 in the first, and Azteca got 2 in the second. That's where their 10 runs came from. The Travelers, 2 runs on 5 hits and 4 errors. And it was just kind of an uneven game for the Travelers. For the first 2 guys they brought out on the mound, they just couldn't find the zone. And Tyler Clements, the starting pitcher for Azteca, was solid through like 3.5 innings. They brought in Justin Arellano from Pueblo South to finish out the game, and they got a little lackluster. They were up 10-0 early, and Azteca didn't finish super strong, but they got the win, and that's all that matters. They have a doubleheader tomorrow.
Greeley.
Yeah, they play Greeley and Burke Burnett, Texas, at 5 and 7:30 tomorrow night. So if you weren't able to come down tonight, come down tomorrow. Those games will be at the Nooch as well. There's games taking place at CSU Pueblo because of the construction going on at Hobbs Field. But great action. The thing that's crazy is it's 59 degrees right now in June. This has got to be
but
one
you
of
know what? Think about that 103 degrees.
No, I love hot
man,
weather.
I've been sleeping like a dog, man.
Yeah. But cold weather at night, you do sleep a lot better. There's nothing worse than being 100 degrees and trying to sleep in your house. Or then you blow the air out at like 60 degrees, and then you get your air conditioning bill.
Hey, man, I want to give it up for a couple of more of our sponsors. Azteca Apartments of Pueblo, Azteca Apartments. You'll see the Azteca to sponsor this baseball team. Phil and Simon Escobedo. Man, they're wonderful people. They offer affordable senior housing with beautiful views and lots of amenities. It's right off of Hunter Avenue, right off of Bonfort. You know, you're a senior, man. You got your McDonald's. You got your Wendy's. You got your shopping center across the street. So check them out. Azteca Apartments. Find out more online at Azteca Apartments on AztecaApartments.com. Also, let's give it up one more time for Big Merle Produce, 1037 35th Lane in Pueblo at the corner of Highway 50 East and 35th Lane. All the fresh, delicious veggies are homegrown at Vineland. Big Merle Produce would like to remind you to thank a farmer today. We want to thank all of our sponsors. And Serve Pro Pueblo, available 24/7 with fast response for your home or business cleaning and restoration, including water damage, fire damage, and mold. 544-7167. We're on our way serving Pro Pueblo. And how about my buddy, man, over Romero's Cafe, specializing in Mexican-American food with great customer service. You must try their award-winning green chili, really, really green chili. Sauces Mr. Chili, coming in hot since 1976. And want to thank all of the sponsors, man. And we'll be back tomorrow. Chelsea will be back tomorrow, 7:30, right here at the Nooch. It'll be Greeley and a Pueblo Azteca Blue. And with that said, we're going to get it out of here. Got to get up and go to work in the morning. Hopefully, again, this will be my only job again someday. But you know what? Got to get back on the chain game.
I hear you. Got to pay.
Maybe working me like my ancestors.
Got to pay the bills. Got to pay the bills. I understand.
Bills never take a holiday.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, great opening night for the Pueblo Azteca Blue as they end the game early in 8 innings as they knock off the Woodward Travelers by a score of 10-2 for Chelsea Lynn. For Tracy Rink, I'm the Tone Man. We'll talk to you later and have a great night and a great weekend.
This has been a sports presentation from SoCoTicket.com. The team that covers your team: Chelsea Lynn, Tracy Rink, Tony Wright, and J.J. Valentine.
That one's got a chance to go, and it's gone. Kiss it goodbye. Well, up there by Newton, the second for one, down to first. In time, double play. From way downtown, switch. After the follow again at the buzzer. The Cats get the win. Are you kidding me? They're going to trigger it in. Looking for help into Austin. Terrence for a 3. Counts if it goes. Good. Gets it to the back line and good. Senior defensive specialist floats it short for that one an A.
We hope you enjoyed the broadcast and invite you to join us again next time. Until then, have fun, be safe, and thanks for watching through our eyes. SoCoTicket.com, your ticket to high school sports and more in Southern Colorado.